We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
I'm under arrest. Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Так вот, не первый раз я вам говорю, что вы провалились.
Well, now for the first time I can tell you that you're a disaster.
So they said they were walking out the press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said, I said, call him. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired.
And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset.
I got a new strap-on harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly. You're going to look so hot.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Well, hello, I'm here, and I'm late, kind of. It feels like I'm late, even though I'm really on time. What happened is I woke up really late, even though this is supposed to be a late stream. It's like fucking 3 o'clock here. And what I'm really actually kind of a little bit nervous about is the noise in the background. What I usually don't have this air conditioner behind me running, but it's so hot. And usually the curtain flicks up into the vents, so it messes everything up. Look at my eyes, man. They're crazy red, like little piss holes in the snow. Speaking of snow, I've recently become connected with a very, very nice young chap over in hot Australia. In other words, Canada. And, sorry, cold Australia. We're hot Canada down here. And they're hot. I don't know. I'm fucking this up. Whatever. He's a really cool guy. We're very in tune. We're very in sync. So much so that I'll tell you the story when he's on camera. Let me introduce you to Third Railify, Mr. Sean here. How you going, man? Wait, wrong screen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean.
There we are.
From Third Railify. How are you guys doing? Thanks for having me. And let me just say, holy fuck, I feel inadequate. That intro?
Really?
Fucking fire, man.
Dude, I messed it all up. I didn't even know I was supposed to get ready and get up in time.
Your stream starts in 2 minutes, and it's like the fucking awesome music, and I was like, I am inadequate.
Do you know what? Actually,
I gotta pick up my game.
There was a guy, a really cool guy on Twitter, because I put out the feelers a while ago. Because this music is just the music that I put on that is just from like the YouTube audio library. Which sucks, man. Like, I hate that library. It's really very, I mean, like, no shade on the people that create the music for that, but like, it's just not for me. If you really want anything decent, you got to like pay Epidemic Sound or whatever. But so I put the feelers out on Twitter saying, is there anyone that makes tracks that can help me with something a little bit cooler? Finally, just the other day, someone sent me a DM saying they can do it for me. And they do like everything exactly. Like, he sent me a bunch of samples of his work, and it's exactly what I thought of, like exactly what I imagined. So there's going to be a little bit of a change up coming soon to the thing. I'm going to probably keep the render the same, but change the music because it's tacky to me.
So is that music free that you got? That
music there is
that
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
right.
found a better. There's a better place on YouTube for royalty free music. I found this channel.
There's all kinds. Like if you know where to look, there's you poke around a
Yeah,
little bit, you can find some great fucking things from artists that are just sort of like coming up, and they're like, use my stuff, please get me some exposure, and I'm like, yeah, I
yeah.
will.
Look, I got like one of those trial things to Epidemic Sound because they've got like they do have a really good catalog of music and sounds on there that just seems to go forever and ever. But some of it seems so good, I feel like it shouldn't even be on there. You know what I mean? Like there's some of the songs are so good that they should be like
Yeah,
Vivo only fucking clips. You know what I mean? Like they should be famous people, but it's like people you've really never heard of, like
yeah,
Victor Lumberg. Have you heard of him?
I
No,
don't
exactly. Neither had
know,
I. But he's
but
just got great music.
there's one horror track that I use is Victor somebody, and it's a free one, and it's like a really good. I have a friend, Katie, who runs the Last Meal podcast about death
Oh
row
yeah,
and crime and stuff like that. So I
yeah. I
just
was
made
watching
her.
last week.
Well, then you would have seen. Was I late? I think I might have been late to that. Th-
Yeah, you were.
the intro, the intro that she ran that I made for her had
All right.
that horror kind of sound, and
I,
and then I
I
was
think I might
like,
have been late to it as well because I think I missed
that's
that.
fine, that's
But I'll go
fine.
back and watch it because
But
you've got
yeah,
a great fire intro as well. I like your intro.
oh, mine is a disaster.
Why?
Because it takes after my show, which, ladies and gentlemen, is a disaster.
What? Well, that's the brand though, isn't it? My eyes are so
It
red. Like
really is.
they're actually my eyes are way redder than like they actually look in real life. They're worse
Could,
on the camera.
could
I might
it
have to
be
just
the
put on
red
some
light behind
suns.
you? Could it be you've
No, no, no. Like
showered
I
in red light?
last night I was rubbing my because I've got like this ongoing issue with my eye. This one particularly, where it just keeps producing like fucking mucus, which sounds gross, but it gets infected a lot and it's annoying and they just get irritated and red a lot. And there's something I think I need to go to the ophthalmologist about. There's something that needs to be like cut out of there or something.
Is that what
Because
happens when you get punched by a kangaroo?
no, dude, if you get punched by a kangaroo, you lose the eye.
uh, uh,
Do you know, before I even really like I was, because it's not, they should
uh,
educate people better in this country about how aggressive kangaroos actually are. Because we got in a car wreck one time, not a bad one, but like enough to sort of fucking stop everything, get out. It was just this mob of kangaroos, and what they do is they will come across the road right at the exact time that you're passing at dusk as well. But like it will be light enough so that they could have seen anyway. But they
yeah,
will just wait until there's a big, big moving object, and they'll go, "Great idea
they'll
to
go in
cross
front of
now."
yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
have that with deer, elk, moose. We
It's
have-
like
it's like,
it's this
dude,
craziness.
and
Hey,
it's
we've
like
got
they're it's like the headlights. They're
sorry.
like, what's that down the road? Is that headlights? Fucking hey, let's go in front of it.
Yeah. It's mental. It's like they've just gotta. I gotta keep remembering that I'm on YouTube, and that there's certain words I'm not allowed to say, which sucks. You know, how is this? Because your channel, you guys, I mean, I say you guys, it's your channel, but like you and your guests, you have a better time on like Rumble, huh?
Yes, I'm currently by choice going Rumble exclusive just because I have a habit of harassment and cyberbullying.
No, which can mean anything these days. It's really got pretty silly about how the whole landscape of laws of online content, but harassment and bullying. You
I
don't
got
seem to me like that kind of guy.
I got nicked. Well, listen, I got nicked for harassment and cyberbullying for Jeffrey Epstein 1 year after he was dead.
Oh wait, so you were
I'm like, okay, first of all,
wait, so you were supposedly bullying him, the
yes.
dead guy?
I'm like, first of all, YouTube, is this really what you want to do? Like, if I shit on Hitler, is that going to be harassment as well? Because I mean, this is the same vein, and yeah, they're
Well,
like,
the
your
thing
channel
is, even if you
obs-
mention the words, the names, doesn't matter the context. If you the NAZ word, there's so many N words now, but like even if things that sound like it, the algorithm just kills your stuff. Like it gets even the word kill. Like I'm not gonna tiptoe that much. Like if I'm gonna have to like really police it down to every single word, then there's no point doing this. But like
yeah.
like the people once they become monetized, it's not like it's necessarily a bannable offense. But people that are monetized, the moment they mention anything the word to do with the word kill, murder, or any of that sort of stuff, PDF files, if we all know what I'm talking about.
That's a stupid one. It makes
Epstein,
me so
everything
mad.
related to it, Hitler, Nazism, all of that sort of stuff. People, it really it doesn't matter the context that you were discussing these things in. It will they'll flag it and bury it. This whole misinformation thing is just really out of control. And they, by the way, which is what they say is the main issue at this latest Davos event. Davos, how do you say it?
Davos, I think.
Davos.
I think.
But you say words funny. Tell us how you say bagel. He froze up. What happened? I can see you.
Oh my God! This is like happening in? This is happening in real time right now.
What happened? Did you win the lotto?
No, YouTube just deleted my channel.
Huh? What?
Oh, I worked hard on that, you sons of a bitch.
What?
Yeah, when you go into the thing, it says, third Railify, create a channel.
Hold on. Let's look at this together as a
My
family.
channel is gone.
No, don't say this.
I was at 906 subs.
Oh no, dude, really? Come on, don't tell me this. Let's have a look at this and see what happens.
YouTube Studio.
Third Railify.
They nuked my channel.
So wait, hold on. It's still there for now. But I still see it.
I have no access to it whatsoever.
Interesting.
I can't it doesn't exist.
What does to show you got an email just now? Was it?
No, I don't have any emails yet.
I would suggest that it's not been removed then, which is
Maybe.
good. I would suggest that it's just a glitch.
Thing. It's the weirdest
Are you
thing.
maybe logged in as the wrong user, and that's why it's prompting you to create a channel? Because it's still here.
That's
and if you haven't
freaking
received any by the way, while you're looking at the screen, go and subscribe to Third Railify on YouTube and at Rumble. The links are down below in the description. But I feel worth mentioning, given that it's on the screen. So you can't get in?
Even when I...
Hey, look, we've got the Rumble chat here. Actually, sorry about this. Where am I going to do? I'm going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to show it with the whole screen.
Okay.
I never usually get...
View channel. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's there on my... Oh, this is... Could my Brave browser be broken? Okay.
I mean, try it in... check. Brave breaks all the telemetry. Courage the Cure. Hello from Perth. Welcome, Perth. Hello, Courage is the Cure. It's very nice to see you here again. My one Twitter viewer who is very faithful and watching almost every time. We've got some spam over here on Twitch, coming from Twitch. Hello, sorry for bothering you.
Right.
I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots. See, they're offering me to cheat. Look at this. This, guys, is fake shit. This is all fake. This is the only message I've ever got on Twitch. By the way, we're streaming live to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, and Facebook. We've decided to like stream to Facebook for whatever reason. Don't ask me why. But we've got Jay Christman. Is that it? Jay Christman 127. I've got my sunglasses on, so it's hard to read. Here in the Rumble chat, and should I keep this on screen? Are you going to say anything that's going to get me banned? Let the inner hot dog show, Sean. Hey, Daniel.
Oh, thank God. So maybe my Brave browser is broken.
Try.
I think I just had a stroke. Is this what a stroke feels like?
Anyone in the comments who's had a stroke, please message in. Let us know how it feels.
Oh, right. Well, then I don't know what. Well, I am sorry for ruining your stream already.
No, dude, this is like you already made half of it. Like it's now worth watching. No, really. Like because I set up this episode to go live on Saturday, and I was so depressed. Like I was so bummed out, like because I've been doom scrolling all week, and like, it's just getting me all depressed with the news. Have you seen the parody video by Impatient Productions? It's okay to pass away today. No, is this safe? Would it be safe for me to watch now? Because it's okay. No, I'll maybe do that later. It's okay I'm gonna write that down. What is it? Impatient Productions, it's okay to pass away today. What's that about? I'm just writing this down. Sean, tell us what stuff you usually do on your channel. Putting you on the spot.
All right. So my channel basically it's evolving, really. Hang on. Let me give you a taste. I need to go into Microsoft Edge, which is my pornography browser, because we wouldn't possibly want to do pornography on YouTube. I'm so sorry. Anyways,
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's actually you're allowed to say it. It's just because I'm not even monetized anyway.
Yeah,
you're allowed to actually say it.
You're nowhere. Like, are you close to monetization?
Nowhere close.
Oh well, then you should just say every cuss that you can.
I do say a lot of fucks and shits and occasionally cunts and stuff like that.
So right now I have this is hilarious. Okay, so my in the last 48 hours, what I have so far is the videos that people love the most is a woman, 33, named Heather Hare from Arkansas. She's a teacher. She's facing life in prison for graping her student across state lines.
Have I heard of this? Have I heard of this?
No,
is this
probably
a famous one?
No, it's not. It's just it happens so much that recently I have basically had to say, listen, I am not going to report on these stories because there's 2 or 3 a week. Otherwise, I'm going to be the teacher grapes their student channel, and that's not what Railify is.
That's like if you ever listen to like by the way, before I say this, just did an exclusive. Courage is the Cure just did an exclusive interview with them. I'm guessing that's Impatient Productions, which will premiere on her channel tonight. Awesome. So if anyone has not made their way over to Courage is the Cure's channel, let's go and subscribe there. I'm not sure if I have yet or not. Maybe I have. I can't remember. I'll make sure I do that. But what I was going to say is missing now. I forgot what I was going to say. What were you saying? Something
we're talking about teachers diddling their students.
And then
that happens so much.
Me of something. Oh yeah, that's like if you listen to I used to work with a lot of South Africans, and they were very like they missed their radio station because like they were, for whatever reason, they didn't like our radio, and they were just they felt more at home if they could listen to 5fm.co.za, and you would hear the like, how we have like weather updates, Right now, it's 10 minutes past the hour. It's 35 degrees centigrade, and the humidities are this and that, and they just rattle off a bunch of things, and then they'll do the forecast maybe for the next few days. It's like that over there, but with like carjackings and like people getting murdered on the street and stuff. And they
That's
say it like
wild.
they rattle it off like as if it's just a weather update. Right now on Highway 33, we have 44 carjackings, and it's mindful to keep clear of that area and all that. And then it's like over on the freeway turnpike, we have another 4 carjackings. Please avoid that area. And it's like, whoa, dude, like, and this is just like 10, 15 every minute. And it just seems like a weather update over there.
I'm staggered by that. That is insane.
Yeah. I mean, you just go to 5fm.co.za and just listen to, and they're one of like they're not like a risque channel or anything. They're like a super mainstream, like they play pop music and all that sort of stuff.
You think that
But,
has
like,
something
the
to do with the
stuff they
government?
say.
Maybe it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they've got rolling power outages for like 16 hours a day in some parts in major
Just wait till
cities.
they don't have any food anymore. That's what happens when the farmers turn up in pieces.
Right,
Anyways, my
right.
name, Third Railify, implies that every issue that I talk about is a third rail issue. You know, a third rail issue is one that if you touch, you're dead. Third rail.
Yeah,
Third
that's like
Railify.
an
That's what I do.
electrician's thing.
That's why I am like the digital George Floyd, and YouTube has their knee on my neck, and I can't breathe.
Right. I see. Because
Never
I've
gonna be
watched
invited back.
well, see, because I've been wanting to do like a midweek stream for a while. But like, see, but the thing is, the Saturday one's stressed me out enough. I'm not really good at it yet. Like, I'm not good at this enough to keep like viewers watching. Like, they reckon you got to tell like weave the whole story and do all this stuff. But really, I just kind of want to have fun chats with people. That's really
Yeah,
all I'm here for.
that's
I have the range for like one, and I'm not going to announce who it is yet, but like there's one really great channel that I like, and I reached out to him for like a proper interview. We're going to do like a pre-recorded interview, and it's going to be about an actual proper topic, and I've got a list of questions ready, and it's going to be like a proper thing. Like, I'm going to make it nice and polished so it doesn't embarrass him. And
I can't
that'd be
do that.
really
I
cool.
tried.
Why? What do you mean you can't do it? What happened? What happened?
I'm not good at it. I'm not like
Oh.
first of all, sitting down thinking of questions to ask. I can't do it. I mean,
Yeah, this is why I'm writing them all up in beforehand. But like, it's on the UFO topic that the episode's going to be, and it's a guy that has an upcoming, and like his channel's exploding. Like, every time I look at it, it's got another 1,000 subs on it.
Oh, does this have anything to do with a missing airliner?
No way! No, I'm not having Ashton Forbes on here.
Okay.
Fuck that.
I
My
was thinking about
not
reaching
mental.
out to that guy and having him on my channel, so I could be like,
I've
listen.
spoken to him.
I want to be like, listen, Linda, you're telling me that there's like balls flying about, making shit disappear.
Yeah, but
This
like,
should be the most alarming goddamn thing ever. And you're casually just on podcasts and on Twitter about it.
Well, it was to him. See, if no one knows what we're talking about, there's this guy, and now if you don't remember, on March 8th, I think it was. Yeah, it was the same day my nan died. So it was March 8th. But a year later, she died. So March 8th, 2014, Flight 370 from Malaysia Airlines went missing and never showed up again. It's the biggest mystery in the history of aviation. And it was believed to have been gone down in the southern Indian Ocean, which was actually right near Perth, where I was living at the time. So I was very, very, attached to this topic, and I followed it intensely from that date until like it sort of went away. And then I've always kind of kept a side-eye view on it. ever since. Now, the thing about Ashton Forbes is he's this guy who's been fooled by this LARP, like this, how do I describe it? Someone has been put out some troll video on YouTube, and there is actually the guest that I'm about to have on, the one that I won't announce yet, but the one that I was talking about, he has a theory about Ashton Forbes, and his theory is that Ashton Forbes is the guy who hoaxed the videos. So there's these two videos that came out. It is a good one, and I'm so annoyed that I didn't think of it. And
That's a twist.
This guy on my
the
channel.
Killer is calling. The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah. He's so spot on about it.
That's like Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. So
there's these two videos that are going around the internet, and I won't bring them up because it'll probably bury the video. Because I did a small upload about this already, showed the videos, and it got like a content label under it. This will probably already have one. We've already hit all the trigger words, but there's these two separate videos that are one of them's very fake looking, and the other one's sort of somewhat convincing, but really also not, if you know what you're looking at. Of supposedly the same object, and it's this plane flying around, and it's banking like left hard or something like that, and then all of a sudden, or it's banking right, I can't tell.
It's like a Predator drone or some shit like that. And he's like, "You can't fake this. You can't fake this video." I'm like,
even though everyone's proven how many times over that it could be faked from multiple aspects, and he just refuses to say, "No, you can't do it. It doesn't work like that," even though he doesn't actually know how it works. He's asking people how it does work, and when they say that it does actually work like that, he'll turn around and say, "No, it doesn't work like that. My asshole looks like your asshole," or whatever it is. What's his analogy? My butthole looks like your butthole. So like that's why the explosion can't be stock footage, just because it matches exactly.
What the fuck? That makes no sense to me. I mean, I'm
because
really. That was even too ridiculous for me.
He followed me on Twitter for a while, and I did message him, and
oh wow,
I did say no way I wouldn't have Ashton Forbes on here. I did say that, but to be fair, to be completely honest, right at the beginning, I was like, I'll have you on just to see if I can because I didn't buy it, and I wanted to do what already happened on the Danny Jones podcast and everything else, the Julian Dory podcast and everything else he's been on, that where he just totally embarrasses himself and just falls apart like a mess. Like as soon as they come to him with reality and sort of verifiable facts, he just falls to pieces. It's amazing because he started his own YouTube channel and it's exploding in views, and he has some what I thought used to be quite intelligent people like totally following this whole thing along and believing everything he says, and I'm like, wow, like all these people that I thought were like smart, they're really showing their cards. Like it's really disappointing to see how many people are still beyond all the debunking and all of the undeniable proof that these things are fake.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh my God, this is like the craziest thing ever. I don't know what to think about this. And then I don't know, just something about it. It just kind of well,
it was uncanny, didn't seem to sit right. Is that what you mean?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know. There was a je ne sais quoi about it that just something. Okay. I'm in Brave, and I have my YouTube studio. So God, I apologize for freaking out there in your thing. Everything is fine.
I was going to say, but at least it might have driven traffic there for a little bit. Let's hope the one or two people watching I went over there and subscribed.
My last year, I've been doing this for a year, and I've worked hard for those 906. I mean, 906 is not a lot in the grand scheme of tens of thousands or thousands, even. I mean, millions. Some people have. I mean,
906 is a lot. I've got 44.
I mean, I've worked very hard for that. I mean,
that's a lot of content. And it's not 906 1-minute things. That's like 906 proper things.
I have like 4 I have like 400 and some odd videos, and I don't even know how many videos I didn't even put up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there'll be, you
Do
know what?
you?
There'll be times where I'll spend 20, 30, 40 minutes making a video, and then I'll be done. I'll get it into Adobe, and then I'm like, okay, doing the thing, cutting out all these things, and then just halfway through, I'm just like, fuck, I hate this video. If I hate this
Oh,
video so much editing it, nobody's gonna want to watch this. This sucks. This stinks. Delete.
right.
Goodbye. I'll try again
I've
tomorrow.
thought that I've thought that about stuff, right? I've thought that about a couple of videos that I put up, and it just sort of like, in fact, I think that about most of the videos, like the standalone uploads I put up. Like the whole purpose of doing this channel was to do live stream episodes and have guests on like this, like what we're doing now. I've been really blessed and lucky to have some cool guests on so far. And
Yeah, how do you
but
get
like
cool guests? You got 40, you said 44 subs. How do you get cool guests like Chrissy Mayer?
Chrissy and I got connected through the Liza Blue stuff, and that was like a snowball effect, which got me connected with other people, not because of Chrissy, but like just because of that situation became like big. And I put out a video on it, and Chrissy actually, she was the catalyst because she shared my original video that I put out on it before I had this set up and the podcast, so to speak. She shared it on her channel, which like sent 100 people subbing over here. And then it was for about 4 months, it was like a big thing on Twitter, and we were all very vocal about it. And
I remember that.
it's just,
I have my
yeah,
Eliza Blue video. I went in depth. Like she was
right.
she was pulling them all down. And any video that went up, but because I was small at that time, I only had a couple hundred. I mean, that was back in the time where I was doing like the in-depth like investigations and stuff like that. So I went through it was probably a long video where I watched her like music videos. Like there was like 3 or 4 of them, and I watched them.
Yeah,
And the
there's
one
about, yeah.
where she was crawling up the dirt hill wearing almost no shorts, and
That's
you're
the
like
one that got everything canceled.
you're like
That's
looking,
the
and you're
one.
like, what is that, a cervix? And it was just like it was I was like, this is this it's just like, oh my god, it's just like it's like a baseball mitt full of lasagna. I'm like, why is this in a music video? It's like you're gonna tell me you're trafficked and all of this stuff when you're doing that. Like, no, lady, you're lying.
Well, World Star Hip Hop came out on Twitter at the time and said she was paid for the video. We own the rights. That's all we have to say about it. And they never mentioned it again, but they did pull it down. YouTube had it pulled down because, like, I don't want to rehash the whole thing because I got sick of talking about it. But like,
it's funny though.
Yeah, she abused. It's also frustrating because she managed to successfully abuse the privacy takedown laws, as if it was her own private content, when that just was never the case. It wasn't even that way in the beginning. It was just, it was always World Star Hip Hop's production that she was paid for, and it was all above board. And I can't speak to how she was treated during that time, but she accepted the position of employee and she fulfilled it and she ran with it, and she later bragged about how good it was. So
yeah, because I watched all of those. We watched all the videos, all of her things. The funniest thing was when she was like sitting on the couch. She was sitting on the couch in like the white room or whatever, and
the white room.
She was talking as black as she could be. It's like, oh my god, if your voice could just if you could just like if your voice could like blink, you would disappear in the dark. Like it was I couldn't believe how. I was like, that's not how you talk, lady. Like, you talk weird.
No,
but I was like, that's not weird. That's not right. That's not. It was just the funniest thing ever.
She's from Cordova, Illinois, and I'm not real. I guess the accents are like weird over there. She has, but it's not real, is it? It's like it's different in every single one. And then what was she saying? She was offered like, offered $150,000 to sex. And I'm like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't.
But let's pretend for a minute. Let's say she was. There's no way she says no.
Yeah, there's no way she says no. And if she's got a pimp, right? There's no way they are letting her get away with not doing that.
Probably
Right?
that's probably
So
true.
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
None
so
of it
I mean,
adds up.
I remember getting on like Google Maps and like, oh, this is her dad's house. This is the house that she's like. It was. I thought that video was going to be taken down for sure, but through that video, I met Fair and Balanced. And
Oh yeah, I was connected with Farron Fronzak. Yeah,
yeah,
she went by Fair and Balance back then. She's working with ABC now.
Yeah, and then
in Kansas, I think.
And then through Farron, I managed to become friends with Megan Fox, and
yeah, I'm connected with her too. We have we have an overlapping circle. It sounds with
Sean Martin, potentially criminal, and
I don't think I have him connected.
And yeah, so we kind of it's funny you and
but
I
that was
the way we sort of have a thing.
Yeah, because we only just sort of got talking recently, and but it sounds like we've been in the same sort of sphere for a while, and
yeah, it was all grifty brought us really together.
Well, yeah, grifty. Well, that's how it went. That's how it all went off, wasn't it? Because he follows you, right? He follows you. I know that much.
Yeah,
he watches your channel, and
you had him on yours.
Yeah,
and then I
I've had him on a couple of times, I think.
Like who? What do I gotta do to get grifty on my channel?
He will, and the thing about grifty is right now he's got so much shit going on, like because he's had a new baby coming. Well, maybe has just arrived. I'm not sure, or just about to arrive, and they're remodeling his house, so he's got nowhere to set up his gear, and so occasionally when a big story breaks up, he'll like race to the closet and try and pull it all out. But by the time he starts recording it, the story's over, so he gets frustrated with it. And he's really just, this is the year where he plans to return back to YouTube and Twitter and all of that. But he's busy. He's genuinely busy at the moment with the house reno and the new baby, because I had to ask him about 20 times and he only just at the very last minute grudgingly accepted to do it. So like, but he's great. I love Grifty. He's a great guy. He's a real debate me bro. And but I love him for that. He's cool. He's cool. But yeah, it was hard to get on. Very important people, you know what they're like.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Do you know, like, it's funny, like you mentioned Chrissy, mate. She's so real and just down to earth and cool. I thought it would be difficult to get her on, but I just sent her a message and she replied straight away. Like we were already friends on Twitter, but she's like, I'm so happy for you. Of course I'll come on. Absolutely. You know, like not a problem. I was like blown away by that. And I had Carmen Studer, who also has quite a few followers and stuff. And she's such a sweet lady. I love her. She's always tuning in. She's become a fan. We've become mutual fans. Yeah, just some cool people. And I try to like come up with an idea for every single episode. Like I try and make it sort of so that it will be attractive to watch to people. Like I try and make a thumbnail that's engaging or whatever. But I don't think I'm really good at this yet. Like I haven't really nailed the science yet because the conversion rate isn't that good yet. But I mean, I can't expect so much as for 200 followers. Like I can't be expecting the best stats.
I started with all right, this is going to be me and so, and this is the topic, and we're gonna discuss said topic, and it's going to be great. Except I'm so ADHD, it's like, and this is the topic, but let's first talk about everything under the sun, and then forget where we started. And so
like what?
Now it's just kind of like I come up with the beginning of the conversation is like, hey, what's going on? And then that's all I need to go. And so when I did my interview with Megan Fox, I titled it just a conversation with Megan Fox, because that's what I do now. And so valid. it's just a conversation with, because I can't.
Hey, that's a perfect way to do it, really, actually, because Yeah, I mean, because everyone hates clickbait titles and stuff that turns
And
out to not
it's
be
more
what it is.
natural and it's more
Yeah,
real and genuine. I
yeah,
think people like
yeah.
that. And for the thumbnail, I did because she's Megan Fox, but not that Megan Fox. She's
Not
the
the
better
yeah,
Megan Fox.
the
And
writer. Yeah,
and so I took
Well,
a picture of of it was like a movie poster of like one of the Ninja Turtles movies with the other Megan Fox, but I put her head
the,
on that body, and then my head on the dude's body, and it,
so you mashed it all up like in
y-
like in a
yeah,
silly
I
way.
I don't know if she noticed. And when I had potentially criminal on, I put his head on one of the Charlie's Angels, and then my head on the other Charlie's Angel, and it's just all
Megan
ridiculous.
Megan's got a great sense of humor though. She's been on Chrissy Mann's channel a bunch of times, and she's good
Yeah,
for a laugh. So she would have probably she would have seen it. She would have got it. But
yeah,
so this
we had a good
episode
show.
specifically, this episode, I sort of got I cobbled up together some notes the other day when everyone was talking about there's this leaked plans come out of Germany for World War III and all this shit. I put out a short on that, and then when I uploaded it to TikTok, they removed it. they said violated their terms of service, and I got a strike.
Nice. Communists, great work.
I mean, seriously, I barely even got started on there, and I'm already getting strikes. It's like just for reading news articles that like are in like multiple news articles, like it's all over the place. Like literally, I'll show you. Wait, like there, here, it's in everything. Now I know not everything on the news is real, but like
No, one thing
it's
that I've
not that it
learned.
wasn't being reported about or anything. Like, I think this is what happened because InfoWars, I used a clip from Alex Jones in the short, and I think that's what it was. I think that's what triggered it.
It's quite possible. One thing that I've learned, especially about we'll say Ukraine and Russia, for example, it's all wrong. All of it. It's either
Oh yeah,
backwards, made up, or
yeah,
wildly distorted in some way. And
right.
once you
But
sort of
what?
know the direction of what the narrative is supposed to take you, you can kind of see that, right? Like once
Right.
you
But
understand Russia has no interest in Ukraine, it has no interest in invading beyond
yeah,
really where it has,
the-
right?
yeah,
It has no interest in going into Poland or into Germany. It has no interest. In fact,
right,
this special operation is the
right,
wrapping it up, and
right. However,
like
when everyone puts out this, you can read between the lines. So they'll say Russia's planning to do this, so therefore we have to do this.
it's
And
confession
that's
through
the
projection.
correct. And so that's why all of this stuff really frightens me. Not because I find any veracity to the claims that Russia could launch an all-out war, but that the West will in response to this notion. That it's problem reaction solution, just like what they did through COVID, the lockdowns, all of that. I don't want to get too
But
into
if
that topic because I
if
will get
you
a strike. But
but if you think about it, right? Let's say so as it stands right now, Russia has defeated the West, has defeated NATO. Canada,
what
for
do you mean?
example,
Hold on. Are you? What do you mean? What do you mean by defeated NATO? You've defeated NATO's objective or defeated them as an entity?
they're Canada has 3 days of ammunition left.
I see what you're saying.
Given
They've
it
expended
all
everyone's.
away. If
Yeah.
Costa Rica were to march in, and they don't even have a military, if Costa Rica assembled something, they could march in. If they could survive 3 days, they could have Canada. It would be Canada Rica.
It wouldn't happen that way though, because the NATO would step in. If they haven't,
I don't
they
think
might
so.
have depleted everything. You don't think so, even though that's part of the treaty.
England.
They love war. They love
England.
war.
England has
they would
run
jump at the
out
chance.
of just about everything.
How do we know this though? Haven't they just run out of the current old stock? Isn't this the whole? See, the way I see it is that's the whole purpose of this exercise in Ukraine. They're burning off all the old chaff so that they can bring in their new shit that no one is revealing numbers of.
Well, they have to buy the new stuff. I mean, yes, I think you're right. Right, everything we have, current and old, we'll give it away.
And I think there's
will
an
then buy the
urgency
new
to
stuff.
I think there's an urgency to have it all gone and replaced by a certain time as well, because everyone's doing it. And I think that time is they're preparing for a global conflict that they will be controlling themselves.
Germany has no more weapons. Italy, they're out. They are one of the funny things that they said is like, oh my god, Russia is going to their old museums and they're refurbishing old tanks. It turns out actually the like Latvia and like Italy and those countries were going into museums and refurbishing the old tanks. Like they've run out of just about everything. They've run out of they've got nothing.
It took me a while for that to hit home. Wait, they're going into museums and taking art pieces like decommissioned things and recommissioning.
Yes, like a war museum. Be like, well, we used this in the Second World War, and they're like, well, we got to have that. That's what they've been doing. Literally
Who's doing that?
Oh, I forget which country it was specifically, but it's in the EU.
If it's some shithole country, then I can believe it. If it's you
like
know, like a NATO or an AUKUS country.
I think it was the Leopard tanks, but it's just they have nothing left. There was a Daily Mail article, I don't know, a few months ago where it stressed it was like England, the RAF has about 300 fighter jets. Russia has 3,500 fighter jets. We will lose.
The entire Australian military can fit inside the Melbourne cricket ground very easily, with many seats to spare. And no, not seats to spare, but like in the actual field itself. And it's been like that way in peacetime. We don't have enough to sit like in a real wartime scenario to defend our homeland. We rely on these other giants. We expect them to come in but like, will they? Who knows?
No,
who knows?
I don't think they will, because if you look at Taiwan,
I don't think they will either.
America is obligated to look after Taiwan. And now there's a lot of, will they? Will they not? Some people are saying, well, of course we will. Other people are like, we just can't. We're spread too thin. So, I mean, if
China's promised to go to war if the Democratic Party of Taiwan won the election, which they did. So
China will reclaim Taiwan.
Yeah, absolutely, they will.
It's not a maybe. This will happen.
People take issue with the word reclaim, because technically the way it went is that when I think I'm gonna butcher this because I don't know my Chinese history as well as I should, but I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was under Mao Zedong who like wiped out all of the culture and the history. They assassinated intellectuals and they did all this stuff. They burned, they destroyed anything that was great about China. And since then, they've been sort of struggling to sort of clamber it all back. But where was I going with this? Where was I going? ADHD brain. Where was I going?
You were going with...
what happened during that time is all the intellectuals and all the people that were like the actual proper Chinese... if you go to the China show with Serpent ZA and LY86, they explain this very well. They lived there for a long time.
It's like that government fled to Taiwan and they're like, we're still the government, but we're just in this place.
That's right. So basically the legitimate government of China sort of fled to Taiwan and established a place that is now, it was hard for a long time, to develop, but they got on their feet and they've managed to build up something quite amazing. They do it like all of our electronics, the microchip manufacture and all that sort of stuff. They're very great, and it's, you know, they still got their issues, but it's just like universes ahead of what the experience is like in mainland China. People will go to Thailand to have the authentic Chinese experience that has been now forbidden on the mainland. And so it's kind of like when they go to when the CCP goes to say they're reclaiming, did I say Thailand or Taiwan? Fucking hell, I keep mixing them up accidentally. But Taiwan, they keep saying that they're going to reclaim it, but it's in actual reality, it's like it was never theirs. It wasn't really ever theirs. The people that are there are the people that you ran away, that you like, basically ran out of the country. And just because they're doing better than you now, you want it back.
But it's like it's the largest economy on the earth. You're not going to stop them, and America won't, because you have the especially if the Middle East kicks off. If the Middle East kicks off,
What do you mean if it? I mean, it really already is. It really
well, not
already is.
really. It's right now. Right now, the Middle East is kind of like it's like you're out camping. It's a little damp. It's a little wet, but you're like, well, I gotta get this fire going, but the wood's a little damp. I'm just going to I don't know, with my little flint and my little whatever, I'm gonna fucking go like this and rain down all the sparks upon it. Eventually, it will light. That's sort of what's happened. We're like bombing the shit.
Yeah,
out
I
of-
guess that's a
not
pretty good analogy.
kicking off yet, but I just have
You're
a
right.
feeling.
You're right. I'll give you that.
I have a
But they're
feeling
certainly trying to.
something is gonna, and then that's gonna be
This
it.
is the year. This is the year for it too. Like everyone's pointing
has
to
to
it.
be.
It's not like
Because
I mean,
if
go on.
okay, it has to be this year, because if it's in 2025, that's boring and it's handled. If it happens in 2025, it's boring because Donald Trump goes, knock that shit off, do it now.
Exactly. They
Problem
need it
solved.
done before November, preferably by March, because that's when all the fucking budgets are written out for. And like, geez, you know, they really are trying everything to stop him getting back into office. Now, I know I don't want to I put out stuff on Donald Trump sometimes, and it gets quite a divisive reaction, because, you know, no one ever on earth has ever been so hated or loved at the same fucking time as this man. But
the Pope.
Nope. Donald Trump has more attention. He's more famous than the Pope. In terms of contemporary, that more people talk about Donald Trump. He's more sensational. You won't shake the
Taylor
room
Swift.
nearly as hard with it. That's the psyop. Taylor Swift's the psyop.
I did a video on Taylor Swift
She's
today.
an intelligence asset.
It's not going well.
It's going incredibly well. What do you mean? She's got insane cult audiences that.
No,
just
my
shouldn't really
video on
exist.
Taylor Swift's not going well.
Oh,
it was a YouTube algorithm experiment that I did, because I need to.
I see.
Because I'm the digital George Floyd and YouTube has their knee on my neck. I needed to see
Yeah.
what is getting out and what is not getting out. Because when I make a video about a trans athlete brutalizing women or taking women's spots or whatever the case is, that gets almost 0 views.
Yeah, that's why I don't cover it. I do it in generalisms, and I will mention, but like I don't make it a topic of the show, because it's like it's just kryptonite. It's kryptonite, and I feel like I've said enough I've only got like 200 people that follow me here, or 221, I think it was, as of yesterday, and but I got like 1,300 over on Twitter. So like I do a lot more of my talking about, like, my thoughts come out a lot more and free flowing there, because it's just like, you know, it's toilet talk. But like, but I feel like I've already said enough about the topic that I kind of feel like going on and on about it is just like beating the drum. And it's like, if people don't get it already, then they're never going to. And it's like, it's so intensely censored now that, like, even just like, I get nervous about saying the word transport. because it's got trans in it.
Yep.
Right. So it's like,
Well, I mean,
I don't
if
know,
I did
and I feel like there's so many people that are talking about the topic as well that it's just like no one really wants to hear an Australian's opinion on that.
But not.
They don't. They just don't. They don't want to hear it. I do.
People hear my opinion on it, and I'm literally dressed in a hot dog. Who takes me seriously?
Yeah, but you're North American.
Well, you're just a part of North America that drifted away.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh goodness, or something
We
like
drifted
that.
away.
But yeah. So when so yeah, as I was saying, I was like, oh, what kind of content do I do? It's so like my best performing video over the last 8 hours is about a teacher who banged her students. My second, for some reason, out of the blue, out of nowhere, an old video, like what, 6 months ago. Jay in Rumble chat, you probably remember this one. It's
Where did the Rumble chat go? Sorry, Jay. He's
the,
around here somewhere.
I'm looking at it. Jay's a good. He's a good dude.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Jay. I'm sorry. I should have because I thought what happened was the Rumble chat. I thought StreamYard had integrated it with.
No, they haven't done that yet.
They haven't. But so Marauder's lying to me then.
Yeah. So this video is called "Spain decriminalizes sex acts with animals as long as like you don't hurt the animal."
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, imagine that would go off really well. I'm sure that would be in everyone's For You.
That's an old video that for some reason it did all of it was supposed to do, and all of a sudden randomly it just regained popularity again. YouTube is weird.
Wait, so it was predictably shadow banned at the time of release, but then later after some time it gained some views. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, bro. Okay. So I made this video 342 days ago. And all of a sudden, out of this doesn't even make sense. All of a sudden, out of the blue, it went from like slowly, very slowly. It's kind of got like 100 views, whatever. And then slowly over time, it's just gained and gained and gained and gained just a little bit. And then finally kind of like ended up at about 650. And then just in the last day and a half, it shot up to over 1,000. A video that's
really? That's
year
interesting.
ago.
Because usually what happens is you'll release a video, right? It'll have its run, and then the algorithm will say, time's up for you. We're not recommending this anymore, no matter how it went. Like, we're just going to stop. At least for smaller channels, this is what happens. It doesn't matter if 75% of people chose not to swipe away and it got like 50% of the viewers liked it. It doesn't matter. It'll go up, and then it'll go flat, and they'll stop feeding it. But you're saying a year later they've started feeding it again, which
it went to a hockey stick. So it was just kind of this general, very soft kind of incline, and then a hockey stick after a year. I thought it was like 6 months, but no, I guess it was a year ago. Very weird stuff. Like my videos. So you have the two different types of videos, right? You have something called an evergreen video, which is like how do you repair an alternator?
Yeah, so it'll always be watchable and
always watchable. Always sort of in demand. It's evergreen. Where a video like I don't know. Let's find a nice fun one here about
we'll say about Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis
Haley.
dropping out. That happened just once, right? It's over and done with. No one's going to be talking about Ron DeSantis dropping out in 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Or
yeah, it got me
an update on what happened in with the individual with the school that things shouldn't be done at schools, things like that. It's like you got 24 hours, 48 hours max on that video because it's a news story, and so it's the exact opposite of an evergreen. And I think YouTube knows that, so they're like, all right, we're gonna we're gonna let this video have love for like a day, and then that's it.
That's what this is, right? This is when I first so this is a short about DeSantis dropping out of the 2024 run. It was like, okay, it's okay, it's okay. Then all of a sudden, wow, it's really good. All of a sudden, and then like no one. Okay, it's good again. And then no one.
Yeah,
and that's how it will remain forever at 1322.
that's pretty crazy.
Well, I did another one the other day, and then it was like, so you'll see this one on the Texas border. This has had 12 views.
Nice.
But then this one here, where is it? Nikki Haley won't take the hint. 2440. But you'll see again the same thing, and it goes, okay, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right.
Stick.
Now we really love it. Now we hate it.
Yeah, because you served your purpose, and then now just fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad.
Nikki Haley as someone who will really say anything.
Yeah, she will say anything.
That's a good short. See, I don't know how to make shorts like that. I don't know how to make them. I hate them. My audience hates them.
Yeah.
Everyone hates a short, except my 5-year-old loves to scroll through them. But
I don't know.
I hate them. I don't want to put time into them. I have to do more editing on a minute short than I do in like a 30-minute video.
That's what I really resent. You'll see on this one, I didn't bother putting any captions, but there's other ones
This is
where
just a regular.
I did put captions on other ones, and it's like they don't perform any better. So I'm like, why do I put in the effort? I'm not going to bother putting in the effort. Which one got me shadow banned the other day on Twitter? And on TikTok. What was it? It was this one, and it's relevant to this story. This is what I put out, and this is what got banned on TikTok, and the whole account got shadow banned for
A
it.
retired U.S. Lieutenant General has issued a stark warning. The threat of World
Me
War
and my
III
news
looms
voice.
closer. The concern centers around Russia's potential actions.
And I'm
NATO's
literally
unity and
reading
response are under
from
scrutiny.
the article.
Cyber warfare and key geographic areas, such as the Suwalki Gap, are highlighted as critical concerns. Leaked defense documents outline escalation scenarios.
Showing all the
Alex
articles.
Jones echoed
Now
these
this is
concerns
what
on
fucked
Twitter,
it, I think.
citing a statement from the British Defense Ministry about a possibility of global war within the year.
Well, now the British Defense Ministry.
Yeah, it was his voice.
It's his voice.
And that full-scale
See how to put
global
these
war
things
is
there?
going to happen in the next year.
So what happened was when I put this on TikTok, it went crazy within minutes. Like it had thousands of views, and then, of course, because it got noticed, they stomped it out.
You can't have his logo, and you can't hear his voice.
Right.
So I
this
think
is where it went.
I think if you're gonna play this, you would have to be like, "Here's Alex Jones."
Oh, the globalists are coming. Oh, you gotta stop those globalists.
You're gonna have to do that.
What's that you've got? Is that like voice mod or something?
It's actually, unbeknownst to you, I keep a chipmunk right upside my asshole, and no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's just it's my little thingy. It's just the pitch, so I can
do the chipmunk, and then
the opposite of that is what my wife sounds like when she's mad at me.
She's like, "Hey, asshole, what the fuck?"
I'm like, "Oh my god, dear, I'm so sorry."
So, do you have your microphone runs through an interface, or is it a USB?
My mic runs through a I don't know. It's a box like
does
this.
It have it's got an XLR cable like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you run it through an interface. Okay, so it will work on that. So it will work on my setup. What's the thing called? Is it voice mod? Is that the one that you use?
No, it's just it's a built-in. And because I'm a poor, I got a cheapy one.
So it's like an actual device that you're putting in the. What is this? This is an unboxing stream.
Yeah. Wait. Just that.
Oh, hold on. So, okay. So this is the actual interface itself that you're doing that on.
This is correct.
Oh, you've got a see. You said you're because you're a poor. You've got that. See, I got an even more basic one. That looks way cooler than the one that I've got. Like you've got options and stuff. I got one for like, because everything's expensive in my country, so it costs like $250. But I got the one that everyone else has, just the Focusrite Scarlet, the red one, and it's just literally XLR in levels.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't have any extra buttons. It's not like a Rodecaster or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I got buttons. I can do sounds and stuff like that.
See, I do that all via the software. I've got a Stream Deck, which is utterly useless when you're using StreamYard, but it's very useful for OBS.
Bro.
Oh, yay.
It's fucking useless. Fucking useless. You know what I was thinking I was going to do? Oh, man. So my wife bought me this. She bought me this because I was under the impression, oh, look at us. It's the same one. Look at us. Fucking God damn it.
It's not the Mark II. It's the Mark I because it's like $50 cheaper for the exact same product.
Yeah. And so I think the stand might be different. I think the stand on the Mark II is shittier actually, but no. So
it is.
I told my wife like, oh, this thing is gonna be great because I want to put like the memes on it because I didn't fully understand what it was. Like I want to put the memes on it, and then when when somebody like does something, I can like push a button and a thing like this will happen.
So you can still do this, and I haven't just haven't set it up yet that way because it's a hassle. But what you do is you.
Yeah, I was like,
so
but visual will happen.
Why? Because at the moment you have to see, for example, I've got a few little things like if someone ever wants to, if anyone ever comes on here and starts doting about Elon Musk, I've got this. So, like, I got things like that. Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
But that's all running through the branding tab. What you need to do, and like it will come. But if you run OBS at the same time as StreamYard, you run the virtual camera on OBS, and then your screen, see how I can't show it because I can't put the mouse over it, but like see how you've got there's me on the screen and then there's you in my camera view. That will become the OBS virtual camera, and from there I can feed that all of the scenes and setups that I have in OBS. So essentially, your entire OBS setup gets transported into your webcam space on here. So then you can put up through the Stream Deck all of your scenes and glyphs and shit that you sounds and stuff that you've set up in OBS as if you were running OBS. The only difference is it will only show up in my camera view, and like the only way to sort of like make it properly seamless is to just have like one person on the screen like that. But like, you know what I mean? So they can't tell that there's a difference between StreamYard and the OBS production. It'll all be in one screen. Am I making sense?
Yeah. So do you have your like virtual shit like up right now?
No, I haven't set it up yet, but I've proven it. I've done it before to make sure it works, but like
that
right now I'm not running
way too
OBS.
much when you can just put something in the branding video section.
Yes, but you can't control it with the Stream Deck.
I know,
they don't. And you could. And do you know what's annoying about this? They could easily make it so you do, because they already have programmable, customizable hotkeys that you can select or set for anything else on StreamYard, like opening the pub chat.
Deck. I have it set to the StreamYard.
The StreamYard profile.
Yeah.
So do I. And so you can do basically turn your camera off, turn it back on.
Yeah.
That's about it. Bring your set. But like
pretty gay.
It won't let you program anything in the branding tab, even though it will let you program hotkeys for all of the different like screen layouts. You can customize those hotkeys and map them to the Stream Deck. So that can be switchable on the stream. But like, why not open it up for the branding tab? Because I want to be able to show stuff like this.
Like, that thing's giant. How many times bigger is it than Earth? Like
the moon.
Yeah.
No, not bigger. No, not bigger.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I want to pull her hair so bad. I don't know who she is. I just want to pull her hair.
The moon. Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
You just said you were so into it.
My God. My goodness.
By the way,
Yeah,
it
took me
mutes
a long
us
time.
Windows. It
Took me a
mutes us
long-
when I put those things up.
What's that?
When I put these things up, it mutes our microphone, so I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I just want to pull that girl's hair. I don't know who she is.
Okay. Should we I'll leave it at that. I'll leave
Yeah,
it at that.
as Jay in the Rumble chat says, she's hot and dumb. That's right. Hot and
just
dumb.
like this.
Oh, do you
So
have
that's
that
a thing.
Do you have that cherry what's her face where she's like hot dog yum kitty buzz?
Oh no, I don't. I've just
I
got
have
this
that one.
chick
That's my
now.
favorite one. That's part of the reason why I'm a hot dog, so I can give everyone the full meaner.
Okay. So she's like a German classy one. So that's why I like this one.
Oh.
I don't know what she's saying. She's obviously saying thank you or something like that and eating ice cream.
I don't know.
I don't know what they do. Like, how does that all work? So these are like TikTok live streamers, right? And then people are sending them like, buying shit.
I have a YouTube short. I have a YouTube short that actually is behind. I think I have it. Is behind the scene of it or whatever. I think, but it's just like that. The husband walks in his bedroom and sees his girlfriend or wife or whatever doing that. Wait,
this?
That one
Did
with
you
the
see
broad
behind the scenes?
Yeah, that one.
Roses. Thank you, Jose, for the roses. Thank you for the ice cream. Woo! You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Thank you. Welcome to the live. Thank you for the roses. Gang, gang. Gang, gang.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
I don't know, but they all say it. They always say, gang, 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 gang. Ice cream's so good. Ice cream's so good. And because if they get fucking getting paid every time a little icon comes up on the screen.
That's right.
This fits very well with the theme of, is this the end? I would say so. This bitch here, this makes this the end. This is the end. Why have we got, I mean, this is a full-grown adult in a Spider-Man suit doing this.
Thank you.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. But it gets, if you haven't seen this before, it gets good. Just a second here.
Welcome. Gang, gang. Welcome to the live.
All right, we done. We ain't gonna keep doing this.
Babe.
What?
For the past hour, I made 2,000.
2,000.
Doing this.
You lying?
I'm serious.
Subscribe.
Oh my God.
Just do it.
Oh my God. $2,000 in an hour. I'm doing the wrong shit then.
Well,
can you pay me
you know where you have
$2,000 an
fallen
hour?
short. I can tell you exactly where you've fallen short. All of your AI is good. Your intro was great. You've got the pink lights up there. You've done everything correct, except you don't have a set of tits.
I can arrange that. We live in a new age.
Well, you could have a set of tits.
I could just, and no one would be allowed to question it.
That's right, because they'd be a bigot.
New age. Right, that's correct.
But you know what? Speaking of, is this
They'd be
the
like
end?
this. Sorry.
But is this the end? Well, yes, it is. But end of what? Right? Because
Western civilization as we know it.
Yes, sure, maybe as we know it. But think about, when was the last time you thought about the Roman Empire?
Well, actually, not long ago, because I had to do a video on the 2023 wrap up.
If you're like,
it was relevant.
if you're like a dude, it was probably like, just before the stream started, like me. But anyways, what we're living through is the fall of the Roman Empire. That's what we're living through. Civilization there was civilization, then the fall of the Roman Empire, and then there was something different. and we're in that fall, so there will be something different.
Yeah, but we'll just be relegated to like a Vatican City somewhere.
Well,
of our own.
You'll be relegated to
like
a
the
pod,
Roman
and you will
Empire
eat your
was.
bugs.
Well, that's where the Roman Empire is now. They're Vatican City. That's all that's left.
Well, yes, but you'll be relegated to a pod, and you'll eat your bugs. I suspect.
Well, they're already
mealworms.
putting the bugs. I was talking about this with my mother the other day. She's like, I don't fucking eat bugs. And I was like, no, they're already putting it in the foods. It's already being put in the ingredients.
Cricket
so like
powder.
Cricket powder.
Yeah, it's cricket powder and
I
something.
think that's right.
Cheetah. They don't call it cricket. They call it it's a cheetah or some kind of name like that. It's like
Also,
a
wouldn't
cheetah
call it a
powder.
cricket because then people would have to like own up to the fact that they're putting bugs in your fucking food and charging you $12 for a sandwich.
No, they call it like a cicada or a cheetah or something.
Oh, cicada.
No, CHE. I thought
she made $2,000 just doing that. I mean, really, this is the end, man.
But that was just some bitch. Like the high class ones, they made way more than that.
I know. Like, let's have a look at NPC. Oh fuck! I spilt my drink. Hold on. I'll be back.
Yeah, you do that.
Can you hold the fort for 1 second?
I most certainly can. Hello, Australia. Hello, Twitter. It's just us now. So please, for the love of God, subscribe to me, Sean, at Third Railify. Do that because I am so close to 1,000. I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 autistic kids. 4 of them. Literally. 5 years old and younger. What was I thinking? Sean, why didn't you pull out? I don't have a pull-out game. Literally no pull-out game at all. That's why they're all so young. I even have Irish twins. You know what Irish twins are? A mistake. Don't tell my wife I said that. But no, anyways, but seriously, please do subscribe to me on YouTube and on Rumble and even on Twitter at Third Railify for all of that. And then you'll have some good gems. And normally, I mean, if I could, I don't know, do some controlling of this, we could have moved on here, but it's yeah. He's just left me holding my dick, which is just like this. Anyways, who's still out there in chat? So I know in the Rumble chat we have Jay. Do we still have anyone on the Twitter or on the YouTubes? Also, something really messed up was happening with my Twitter on my Brave browser. It just wouldn't work. It was the worst thing ever. I'm pretty sure I'm technologically retarded. It's kind of like Alex Jones when he's like, I'm kind of retarded. Same idea for that. So since this show is allegedly supposed to be about the end, yeah. What other ways do you guys think that this whole thing is going to end? Look at him with his headphones, just headphones
I am
off.
here. It's just
all willy nilly in the wind.
There's shit everywhere. There's so much. There's fucking like this is gonna be sticky and horrible.
Sticky and horrible.
I'm sorry to leave you on your own there, but I'll be back. I can hear you in 1 second. I'll put these back on.
Jesus. You said sticky and horrible. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta have a camera in my bedroom? Is that what's going on?
No, I had because I'm addicted. I'm addicted to this lemon lime bitters cordial. It's like a fancy one that we have. Do you know what cordial is?
Fancy.
Do you use that word? Cordial, it's like a syrupy stuff that you put in with water and make it like a flavored drink.
Oh, I don't think we call it that. I don't. I
What
thought
do
a
you call
cordial
that?
would have been like alcoholic.
It looks alcoholic in the bottle that it comes in. I'll show you, but
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a professional stream. Let me tell you, we are just a bunch of fucking professionals right here. It does look like alcohol.
huh?
It does look like alcohol.
It's not though. It's just lemon lime bitters.
Oh.
Cordial, see?
Oh no,
Cordial.
that goes in the alcohol. You said bitters. And I'm
People
like,
do,
"That's
yeah.
why I
People
know
will
that."
People will mix this with alcohol a lot. But I just drink it on its own because I don't really drink alcohol. I do sometimes, like, but I don't like it. Like, the hangovers make me so ill. I can't do it. And I take too many medications that make it dangerous to drink. So I just don't usually drink.
Dangerous or fun?
Fun. But oh shit. I'm wrecking everything over here, man. I'm bumping into all sorts of stuff. This is a professional podcast, as you can
That's
tell.
what I was just saying. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, this is a professional stream. You have two professionals right here.
Well, that's the biggest fuck up I've ever done on a live stream. Like, never really like there was so much liquid in that. Jesus Christ. It just went. Luckily it didn't go into the interface or any of the actual equipment. It just stopped right short of that. So I had to save it before it did. But God, and I've got a plastic, one of those plastic things that you put down on the ground so that you can move in your swivel chair. You know, the stuff that goes over the carpet. Never mind. It's just I've got plastic wrapping it like an old lady's couch.
Like an old lady's couch. Oh goodness.
Now, do you know why they do that? Do you know why your grandparents? And I heard this is not me. I didn't make this up. This is somewhere I heard this somewhere, and I'm like, oh my God. You know why your nan had wrapping all over her couch, her settee, or whatever you want to call it, sofa? It's because that's where they used to fuck.
Oh shit.
Do.
I don't. I my grandmother was a man's lady. I was like, wait, ladies man, that's not correct. It's gotta be the opposite. I tried to do that math in my head.
A man's lady. Oh, it's still
yeah.
sticky under here. This is gross.
Yeah.
Sorry, that interrupted everything, but
that's fine. That's fine. It's a professional stream. It's all about it's all about the end.
Not like we were talking about anything profound.
But if we do go back for a moment to, is this the end? Well, I mean, I think in a broad sense, the end as we know it, possibly, because the civilization is deteriorating quite rapidly. I think it's kind of like I almost kind of see it like inventions and whatnot, basically all sort of began to rapidly ascend once the printing press was created, right? Every major milestone in history has come like half the distance of the last one ever since the beginning of the printing press. And so it's just been like a straight kind of fucking trajectory where I see our civilization declining at precisely the exact same inverse angle going down.
Yeah.
We're just getting dumber. We're getting dumber. We're getting more autistic. We're getting more ADHD. We're getting more mental illness. We're cutting.
We're definitely getting more ADHD. And if you need any, I think I might be hot on the mic there. Sorry about that. But like, if we're definitely, the attention span is going to shit. Like, it's definitely really bad. That's why I'll get 2,400 views on a short, but there'll be 5 on this stream because it's anything beyond 59 seconds is too long.
But
like,
do you know why I love long form content? Because of my ADHD.
You can hash out proper ideas. Oh yeah.
Right. So I can put on my headphones. I can put on a podcast. Listen to that person just talk. and I can then do the dishes or change the kids or pick up
Oh, I
the
love
toys
that, especially
and whatever, right? I have something in my head that I'm listening to
especially
that's
when I was at work in the office, like doing it on sitting in a computer all day, like designing shit in CAD and BIM and stuff like that. It's excellent to have a podcast on over the top of that, a long form episode to keep because a lot of the tasks that you're doing on screen are very monotonous,
Yeah.
and so you need something to keep your brain alive during that time. Otherwise, it feels
If
like you're
if you're
suffocating.
ADHD, that provides dopamine, and that
Yeah,
bit of dopamine is basically making you what a normal person would feel.
yeah.
So
In order to keep continuing the task,
yes,
to
because
be motivated in life.
normally speaking, if I had the choice, hey, crawl into this bear's mouth and then set yourself on fire or do these dishes, I'm like, okay, who's got the match? Like,
Yeah, I've still
or
got
hey,
a bunch of
Sean,
dishes out there.
Sean, listen, I need you to throw yourself down a flight of stairs into that wood chipper or put this laundry away. And I'm just like, all right, here I go. Down the stairs I go. I can't
The
put
laundry,
away
I don't
laundry.
see
That kills me.
laundry. What I do is I have a floor drobe system. I'm not
I have
sure
a
if you're
wife.
familiar with that, but it works for me. As a single lad, I just have a floor drobe system where everything that is clean goes on the floor. Everything that needs to be cleaned also goes on the floor, but in a different corner. And then
Oh,
what you do is then you invoke another system when it comes time for laundry day. And laundry day is when you've literally run out of absolutely everything. And when I say run out, I mean you've worn the shirt already 3 times this week without washing it. So then you do what I call the sniff test system, where you do the sniffing and of all the clothes in the corner of the room because you forgot which corner was the clean corner and the dirty corner. So you're relying on sniffing and if it smells a bit funky, you go throw that in.
you are an absolute barbarian.
Yeah. This is what
No, do you know why?
I
Because
mean,
you don't have a chair. You need to have a chair, because then you hang the clean things that are clean. Maybe you've worn them once or twice, but they're still clean. You hang them on a chair.
oh yeah. So I will what I'll do. My equivalent of that is sometimes I do actually hang it on this chair over there.
See, okay,
But
less
I'll
barbarian.
often just lay it flat on the bed because I don't really or on the couch here. I just lay it flat on something. But yeah. What are we talking about? What's this? What the fuck is this episode about? World War III has already begun, apparently.
You know what? I don't think it has.
I think it has. I think it has because what will happen because they were always post dated, right? They never in the First World War and the Second World War they didn't say right now it's World War II. They didn't do that. After it was over, they said when did this all start? It was.
But we know when was that Franz Ferdinand was assassinated. The war started.
First, yeah, right. But that was post dated. They didn't consider at the time when they were fighting over Franz Ferdinand. They weren't calling it.
That's an
the World War.
incredibly valid point. That's an incredibly valid point.
It wasn't
only
until
in
years
hindsight.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with World War II. This one, it'll be where are they going to do it? They're going to call it at the Maidan coup, in 2014, or is it going to be 2023 or 2022, whatever year it was when Vladimir went back into the Donbass recently? And I don't know, when are they going to? Is it going to be then? It's certainly going to be a date before today. So in that regard, this statement is correct. World War III has already begun.
So the reason why I don't believe it has begun, and I'm not saying that it's not going to begin. I'm just saying I don't think it has.
Yeah, this is just an article from the Express, by the way.
Because
whatever that means.
It all depends on what governments need, what their economy needs, what they can do. There's so many moving parts to it. And it's just okay, so if you start World War III right now, let's just say, boom, we've started the war. Well, what kind of World War III are we going to have when in a handful of months, Donald Trump is going to get in and he's going to be like, all right, that's it. We're done this shit. We're done.
Yeah, but you know how many people are saying that they're going to, their stuff's going to kick off before the November election for that reason. And if he does win, they're going to do a coup while he's in office. There's so many people are saying like we just can't. They cannot allow that to
I don't
run its
know
course.
if they can kick it off so much that he can't undo it. Because a world war can easily be undone if Donald Trump gets in and he's like, huh, I guess we'll just take our military out. There you go. I guess the war is now done.
Yeah. I don't trust that he will do that. I try if we're in a hot war by the time he gets in and it needs resolution, his war generals are going to do whatever they want and convince him that he's in charge, just like they did the first time. Even though they lied to him,
I don't think that's gonna work again. They did
that.
It
they did
brilliantly
it
the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be because I mean,
they should all be in jail for treason, but they're not and never will be.
They should have been hanged. 100%. That's treason. A lot of them. Like Milley.
So is what the Biden administration is doing right now at the southern border with the Texas put up razor wire fencing to stop 3.4 million people coming in again this year, and it was working. And so what did the Biden admin do? They went and got the Supreme Court to squash that, and like now they're coming in and cutting it all down and saying our border our border security package involves fucking taking the security away.
But can America do a full-blown civil war and a world war at the same time?
Well, shit, like yes.
I don't know if they can. That's walking and chewing bubblegum.
No, it's not. It's two separate parties. There's the people, and then there's the government.
Well, who's all right? So you have the Texas
three
National
separate parties.
Guard.
So there's the warring factions. There's the warring factions of the people. Then there's the ruling government who's got all their weapons overseas and doing all that little game show. And then they over in the United States are fighting amongst each other. And
it feels like a we. We can go with a we.
Yeah, I say we as the collective
We're all
West.
Texans,
all my
really.
content's about America anyway, so I often mistakenly say we. It's not my country. I look up to America. I adore America. I adore the people. I love the spirit.
You're right.
That
It's not
have.
our country.
I'm very grateful for it.
It's our
hegemon.
It's the symbol. Like I mean, it's very important.
It's the lead. It's the head of our society. Really.
I agree with that. But so I mean, if you have the Texas National Guard, they are instructed to disobey the Supreme Court and to disobey the federal government. So then who does the federal government send in? What, border officers?
Well, this is the problem. Like that people don't really know. Like this is so, it's kind of not very a usual situation. So like,
because the National Guard is an army and border officers are
but the federal government
police.
doesn't have the federal government. It's not necessarily true to say the federal government has superseding powers. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a 50-50 split share of powers. So while the federal government technically does have the right to come in and protect the national border in their way, I'm putting in quotes because what they're literally doing is the opposite of that. Like on purpose, when it was protected, they've gone to a protected border made protected by that border state. And then they've gone and removed all the barriers in order to keep it protected their way, right? Which is letting millions of people through. And so whilst the federal government technically has the authority to do that, the Texas has the authority to protect their state as well. So they both have authority to do what they're both doing. And it's coming up, there's a dissonance there. There's a clash of motives, and it has to be resolved some way. Does that resolve in what, gunfighting? Does that resolve in like some sort of like, because the Supreme Court has decided, the Supreme Court seems not to care about the American people and the influx of just like millions and millions and millions of people every year through the southern border. They don't care about any of that. So it's not going to be resolved at that level. Are they going to have to vote to secede from the nation?
Well, they can.
I mean, that's
it is Texas. They have that right.
They've got their own power grid. They've got they could feasibly do it.
I think they should.
They've been talking about it for a long time. I think they probably should at this point. I mean, if this is gonna, but then we've got and then this is what brings me back to the title: is this the end? Well, if these United States are no longer united, I say those United States are no longer united, then that would be a very, very, very strong indicator to me that yes, this is the fall. This is the end of this way of life.
It's here. I think so.
And this is what I think also is a big reason for a lot of the UFO stuff, a lot of the UFO talk and psyop distraction shit. I think they're bringing a lot of that stuff into. I'm going to go very Alex Jones on you here right now, and it's going to be so right. They're going to bring in enough destabilization to kick off a global conflict that we will later post-date to some time before now as being World War III. And as a resolution to this third and final World War, as they'll be calling it, is the removal of all nation states and the establishment of a one singular world government. In other words, a new world order to prevent any such thing happening ever again. A problem, reaction, solution. How are we going to do that? Convince people of that? Well, we have a common enemy. Aliens.
I gotta be honest. Do you know how boring aliens are?
Apparently, really, really much so, because no one gives a fuck that they're all talking about it now.
Aliens
and I don't
are
believe them.
so boring.
And do you know what the reaction from people is? People are going like, even if they are real, I don't care. I can't afford my gas this week. They don't care. People don't care.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I personally do. So I don't find it boring. I find it incredibly interesting. But I don't believe what they're saying about it now is truthful at all. I think it's a complete lie what they're talking about. We're talking about government officials, like intelligence officials at the end of the day. So like, I'm not going, I never had a huge amount of trust for them before. I'm not going to start having that now just because they're talking about something that I'm interested in. I find it highly suspicious that, the everything that David Grush is saying is being released by DOPSR and approved by DOPSR, when they are literally, the DOPSR's one single job, their whole purpose is, so the DOPSR is like the Defense Organization's pre-publication of stuff. So if you've ever been in the intelligence community and you later, it doesn't matter if you've left, you will always have been part of it. So if you write a book, news articles, media releases, they all have to be approved by DOPSR to make sure that you're not revealing classified info. Everything that David Grush has said before the media and before Congress was approved by the ICIG and DOPSR, which indicates to me that none of it is, that means at least none of it is secret, none of it's classified, none of it's even taboo to talk about apparently. So therefore, I would suggest none of it is fucking real. It's all a lie. And the reason people are believing it is because he went under oath before Congress, sitting right in front of James Clapper, for fuck's sake, the guy who's the most famous for doing what? Lying under fucking oath to Congress. They do it every single day. Hillary Clinton did it several times on camera. We've seen it so many times. There's no consequences for these people. It's not like you're in a, it's a clown show, but it's so silly. Anyway.
No, that's all true. But yeah,
Sorry,
aliens are just kind of boring. So like, I mean, when we have 10 gajillion, police cars in the fucking Miami Mall or whatever, and it's all smoky and whatnot, and you see shadows, and you're like, ooh, this is kind of exciting. And then you're like, oh, okay, but
I was like, that obviously looks like police officers to me.
I was like,
it looked, I could tell.
After I watched it, I'm like, okay, that's a dude that's walking and it's got a really messed up shadow. Okay, but for a moment there, I was like, ooh, But how
I
many
wasn't.
more times can I see an alien on TV, an alien in the movies, an alien on Twitter, all of this stuff, and yet nothing is probing my asshole and giving me a reach around? I mean, it's just so boring now.
Yeah,
It's literally,
yeah, it is. It is. It is.
it is. I mean, the government has basically come out and said, like, listen, these things that are flying all about, they do not belong in any military's inventory.
Well, the other thing is,
Well,
right?
what does
They're
that mean?
they're crashing at such a rate that would indicate that there is, and if we're assuming that these are off-world craft, then we're going to assume that they're more advanced than us because they've, like, managed to make it here, and all of this stuff. So if we give it that, if we make that a given, right, and then we have to the question that I am left with is, how are they still crashing at similar rates to fucking normal human aircraft, which are just Coke cans, they're just a Coke can in the sky, basically, very flimsy pieces of equipment, and we still rarely have air accidents. There's like 1 or 2 a year, if that, and there seems to be a similar amount of like UFO crafts being downed and shit like that, and I'm like, that would indicate that there's at least the same amount of them in the sky, which isn't.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why. Okay, are you ready? So a long time ago, aliens have been here for a long time, but the thing is, they didn't crash. Why did they didn't crash? Well, the pilots were excellent because they were men. Now all of a sudden, they have lady aliens. This is it. Lady aliens are now flying the crafts because all of a sudden they got progressive enough to where ladies can drive. Not quite like Saudi Arabia. They can't drive there yet because that's not progressive. But the aliens have gone beyond that. And now the lady aliens are driving. Obviously, mistake, crashing everywhere. That's what's going on.
I think the Saudi women are allowed to drive now.
Oh, well,
I think they
there
changed
you go.
it recently.
Aliens and Saudis, very much the same.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, they're just like the Saudis. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have chosen to go into like these articles beyond reading just the headlines. And, I have read them. But it's not watchable content. I can tell you that. Like, we've basically covered the idea. We seem to have somewhat of an agreement that there's things that are definitely, the empire is falling.
Well, sure, there's that. But okay, so here's the thing. Is this the end? So the thing is, the word this. What is this? What is they, though? What is this? Civilization? Is this the end or could it be the end of the world? Like the solar flares that I've lost track. Is it tomorrow that the big solar flares are hitting us? Was it today? I don't know. But there's massive solar flares where it's hypothesis we're in a pole shift right now.
The pole always shifts.
The poles are going to go like all the way around.
Yeah, but they were saying that in 2012.
And when it does that,
based on a Mayan calendar,
it will sound like a turkey. Anyways, but so it's like, could the? I mean, then
if you hear the turkey, run.
But then you have to go. Okay, well, when William Shatner went up to space, he came down really fucking weird and was all like, "This is it. Shit is coming. We're not doing it right. Something is happening." And everyone's like, "Yo, dude, what did you see up there?" And he's like, "I can't talk about it." He went weird. He went up to space. He came down, a fucking weird dude. But then you have like all the like New Zealand and Hawaii are now being flooded with fucking billionaires with bunkers, all in the same spot. So maybe the world does turn over on its side, and then and maybe they know it, and so they're like, "Well, we only have a short amount of time to build a massive fucking city under Hawaii."
Do you know what? If I was worth all that money and I knew there was an end like that, or a fate like that coming, I'd be like, put me in the epicenter of wherever this chaos is going to happen, because I don't want to live beyond that. Like, that sounds. I don't want to be like tasked with matings to repopulate the earth and do all that sort of shit.
Oh God, how boring would that be?
You'd have to fuck anyone and anything. I mean, do you know what I have to say? Do you know what I think is really worth adding to this?
Men don't have a vagina. The radical left works for China.
Oh, I love it.
The radical left was for China. China.
Oh goodness.
Listen, you motherfuckers.
I love that. That is. I gotta get the one where it's like, listen, you silly woman.
I'm gonna come.
I got that one too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come. I love this one. This is great.
This is the bloke who got me on the penis, people.
Wait. Wait, where is it?
Get your hand off my penis!
I just thought I put that one in here. So if there's ever like a heated argument and it needs to be like diffused at like a moment's notice, I just like flash this up on the screen.
Get your hand off my penis!
It's kind of like it's like a fire blanket.
Yeah, that's the fire blanket.
That's
and then
nice.
I've got this just for when it gets boring. I've got some light
You're a
entertainment like this.
No lie. Tell them again, EJ. What are they? Leave it alone.
Oh man.
It's some old public access TV shit that I found some gold there, a little gold mine there called what's it called? On the Stairway to Stardom. It's called. It's like from 1978 or something. Frankie Massi. He's like this old Italian New York guy, and like he on public access TV, and he's like, it's so creepy. Like it aged like really old milk. And let's in fact, I can probably bring it up.
Milk from a bag, I suspect.
What? Are you saying bagel again?
No, I said milk from a bag.
Oh, milk from a bag. Yeah. This guy. I mean, this is so funny. This stuff is so funny. This is the kind of shit.
Stay tuned because Stairway to Stardom is next with Frank Massey.
I said it's fantastic.
Wow. That's the shit right there.
On the Stairway to Stardom.
You see tomorrow starts
Today. I don't know the fucking words. So I'm going to mute that and we can just watch this in the background. We got singing and dancing and acting. And
is this like a variety show? Is that what this is? Also,
Yeah.
Anonymous on YouTube does say, good evening, Daniel. Hello, Anonymous. How are you doing, bud?
Hey, where have we got that? Oh, we've got a comment. We've got a comment. Good evening, Daniel. Hey, Anonymous. Welcome to the stream.
It's a
I
disaster.
actually am.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining this disaster. In fact,
Yeah.
I do at some point plan on having Anonymous on this program to talk about something. And we've discussed it. Obviously, I don't know who this anonymous person is because as they go by anonymous, but I respect that very much. And I am planning on at some point, like I've got a bunch of things sort of like in the works for this channel. Having Anonymous on is one of them. And
But
I don't want to give away too much about that.
But how will you contact them? They're anonymous.
Well, there's an account on Twitter that goes by an anonymous handle that has in touch with me. So we just trust that it is. I mean, if they're not giving it a name, then that makes them by definition anonymous.
Yes, it does.
So I really can't take issue with that.
I'm just saying it would be funny if all of a sudden in your Twitter DMs, it's just like, hi Daniel, it's Dave, also known as Anonymous, and then you're like, hey Dave.
No, the whole account, the whole interaction is anonymous. The entire interaction, they're not hard to get a hold of. Yeah. I mean, like they're popping up all over the place. They just don't give their name.
Oh, is this like the actual Anonymous?
I believe so. I mean, what?
Oh dear.
All you need to do is self-identify, really, and just be aligned with the same cause. So,
is Anonymous trans?
There's no authority over them. I don't believe there's like a card card carrying system. I don't believe it works like that. It's just sort of like if you agree with their let Anonymous explain it.
What is actual Anonymous? I know what is.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's anonymous that are moving for the uncovering of truth and, saying things that shouldn't be censored, or saying otherwise taboo things that should be known about.
Yeah, see, that's like the scary part about anonymous, because I remember once upon a time,
they're a bit of a hacktivist group, I guess.
Anonymous was like was like a big deal, and it was kind of like you kind of took it a little bit serious, right? But then, much like anything like that, it went, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be because I am retarded. It went left.
Me too.
It went left, like everything.
Like politically left?
Yes. And then you're like,
yeah, my conversations with this individual don't give me that.
Well, and I'm not saying this person is like that. I'm just saying, like,
yeah. I hear what you're saying though. There was a certain
left, and then you're like, this is kind of like a weird group that because it's an anonymous group. It's weird how they all moved in the same direction, like birds over a fucking lake or something. Just like those stupid African birds. They all just moved, and you're like, how does that happen? You're all anonymous, and you did all the same thing. That's weird. But like
that indicates to me that it was like usurped and co-opted, and like for like they do with everything that is effective. A lot of members got older, had families, and the younger gen made it what it is now. That makes a lot of sense.
That's reasonable.
And, like, they've been co-opted, yeah. And because like the older group, the original lot were sort of like they were the real hacktivists types that were getting in and doing a lot of the WikiLeaks shit and all that sort of stuff. Like, I was never a part of it. I don't know what a part of it means, but like it's hard to define. I think it's deliberately so. But they are with the people. I believe that this guy, I'm assuming it's a guy. It could be a girl, but they've come to me with a particular topic they want to talk about.
Oh my god! When you come on, are you gonna have like a cool voice changer? That would be so cool.
I'm gonna do that in post edit, I think, or perhaps it might be with but it won't be a live.
Have him come on live, and then he'll be like this. He'll be like,
"I am anonymous."
I can't because the topic is too delicate, and if like even someone without intention could unknowingly say the wrong thing and just have the whole channel fucking fucked up.
So I see. Okay, it's a serious interview then.
Yeah, so I have total editorial control over it. If there are any words that need to be just sort of like bleeped or anything, I can do that without having to take the whole thing down. You know what I mean?
There you go, something like this. Is this better? Like,
exactly.
Take me seriously or I'll hack your shit.
That's exactly what it's gonna be like.
Oh
if you
god,
get a helium tank.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but we I think if it's not, there you go, exactly like that. So if it's not in real time, and this will also give me, because if there's any issues with that, I don't want to reveal this person's voice. So if there are issues with that during a live stream, that could be a problematic scenario. So I just would rather do it in post edit and make sure that it's actually concealing the voice and all of that.
That's fair. No.
I mean, they don't necessarily.
They don't
necessarily need to have a concealed voice. I think that would be
but it makes it cooler.
Appropriate. It does make it cooler.
Then all of a sudden he comes on the screen or whatever, but then your background changes to like the Matrix GIF where the fucking shit goes
that's
down
such a fucking great idea. I'm gonna make one for this just because you said it.
You and I were just like,
sorry, I got really excited.
Unagi.
Kind of, right? Yesterday I was making the thumbnail for this episode, and I was thinking I need a picture of Sean, and I was just typing in his, like, on Twitter, I went to type in third Railify, and I hadn't hit enter yet. And just as I was about to hit enter, Sean comes up in my DMs like, here's some pictures you can use.
Yeah, man.
On the thumbnail, and I'm like, holy shit! It's like we're sharing a brain.
It was honestly, it was so weird. So I'm here, like I'm just like this. I'm just like look at my thing here. I'm just editing. I'm like, do. I'm just editing, not thinking about anything. All of a sudden, it was just kind of like, I gotta send photos. I gotta do the right. I have to stop everything. The world ends now until I send photos. And I'm like, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. Something just came over me, and I had to do it. It was
Yeah, it was
weirdest
spun me
thing.
out that you would like, because I was like, no, that's literally exactly what I was looking for, like right at this second. Like I was about to ask you. I didn't even get to ask the question, and he
Oh,
answered
goodness.
it already. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah,
But you do say bagel funny.
I don't say bagel is not. I say it fine.
Bagel.
Bagel. That's what I said. We're saying the same thing.
See, he thinks we're. All right, I'll leave that one alone. It's not so much an issue today as it was back in the day when we were on FBI watch lists. You could still be, man. They don't necessarily tell you when you're off them. I've been a suspect on certain things before, and they don't tell me when I'm not anymore.
If he wasn't near the Capitol on January 6th, then he's not on their list. That's all the FBI watch list is now. You're a pedo that did all kinds of things. That's fine. You're free to go. Continue to do your things and do it with gusto.
You're an old lady with an American flag on the corner of the Capitol grounds, barely touching the grass, or barely within the perimeter. 55 years for you.
Yeah.
In federal prison.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you weren't at the Capitol, you're not on their list. I promise.
They make it very well known. Okay. Fair enough. I have never been under the ire of the FBI. They don't fall under their jurisdiction. I am probably on a CIA list, though. But it doesn't take much to get on those anymore.
You're a part of Five Eyes, so you're probably
Plus,
on all the lists.
I talked about it a lot, and I've worked out at one of the bases on one of the designs.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You have access to nuclear codes, don't you?
No, but they did have to give me a temporary clearance or something like that to access the files.
Oh my god! You can use that to pick up chicks.
Very hard to work on it. Oh yeah, it's on my resume. Yeah, like I work for Boeing and the NSA and CIA top secret projects, but like I can't really tell you anything it was about because I don't really even know myself because we're so heavily compartmentalized. All we got access to were like, it was funny because like we usually on a multidisciplinary project, you would have access to all of the engineering, all the hydraulics plans, everything. But with this, because of the compartmentalization, we had to just guess about stuff. And then when we would send stuff over to the other contractors, they would correct whatever we got wrong. And this is how it's so painful to work in a compartmentalized project like that. And this is why a lot of the people that are in the sort of the black budget programs of the United States, they're frustrated with how little and slow the progress is because of the nature of compartmentalization really hinders it. Anonymous says we were labeled a cyber terrorist group at one point. Did you say files? I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Yes, he did. Go get him. What did I say? Wait, what are you talking about?
You said about how you're compartmentalized, but all you had is files, and then you said the word files, and then his ears perked up like that. The word files? Whoa!
This was on but this is on a work machine in 2009. But what was crazy though, like we had a guy from Boeing, or two people from Boeing. I was actually friends with one of them in our office, but we weren't allowed to tell any. Wait, I'm saying it like live on the internet right now. But anyway, this was a while ago. We weren't allowed to tell anyone that they were there. And they did pay us rent, but they didn't pay it in money. What they would do at the end of the month was they purchased a gift for the office. No, they bought like a coffee machine and they would pay for like certain stuff. Like they would pay for all the food at the meeting or something, but they didn't pay direct rent. And we weren't allowed to tell anyone that they were there. And they always had these weird closed door meetings. It was very strange and it was all cloak and dagger and kind of fun. But yeah, so there's what we call the spy base, not far from where I was living at the time. I call it a spy base in inverted commas because it's like literally there on a map. I'll show you. Let's find it on a map.
We're spy base. But no, you could go and be like, hey, baby, I'm a spy. I'm a secret spy. Here's my badge. Come back to my house.
So you've heard of Pine Gap, right?
No.
Oh,
And
okay.
then,
So
and then
Pine
you can
Gap,
be like, you'll be like, baby, I worked at Pine Gap. I'd love to see your gap. And she'd be like, oh my God, take me beside your air conditioner.
so Pine Gap is like arguably the United States' most important foreign base anywhere, and it's just outside of Alice Springs. It's
In the
used for
middle of
scraping.
in the
It's
middle of
right in the
Australia.
dead center of Australia. Yeah. So actually, for this one, I might have to type it in because I always get lost. Oops. No, that's not what I look for. Pine Gap. That's not at all what I'm looking for. It doesn't come up anymore. Okay, I'll have to manually look for it. Here it is. There's Pine Gap. So that's the secret base. That's America's biggest, most important base in the Southern Hemisphere, as far as I understand. It's used heavily for wartime communications, scraping data off people's internet and all those sorts of stuff. Now there are constellation stations. This is the main brain for the Southern Hemisphere. The main brain for the Northern Hemisphere is in Mentwith Hill in the United Kingdom. It looks very much like this, very, very similar. Now this is also the site of many, many, many UFO stories and sightings. Now the constellation stations, so that's the main one, Pine Gap. The constellation stations are in Chile, Hawaii, Guam, and there's another one somewhere else. But there's another one also in Geraldton. Now, Geraldton is this little town where I grew up. I actually grew up in a place called Northampton, which is over here somewhere. There's Oakajee. Anyway, I grew up in a tiny little town in the country. Then I went to high school in this tiny little regional city called Geraldton. It's not very big at all. And just outside of Geraldton, let me find it. Monunuka. Got the road here a little bit. Wait. I know this is probably really boring.
No, I'm looking for all the emus. I can't see them.
No, you won't see the emus. Where is ACDCS? It's called here we go. ACDCS Amuos. This is the one that I worked on. Actually, I worked on specifically this whole section.
Scroll down just a touch. No. Zoom out just a touch. Zoom out just a touch. Okay. Wait, stop. Stop. Did you know that base looks like a penis?
Yes, I do, because I'm a male.
All right, I just wanted to point that out there. That's a penis.
You mean which? So this bit is the helmet. These are the balls.
Yes.
Or these are the balls.
Both.
We've literally got balls here. Like these are actually the thing about these. I'm sure if people who don't know,
Jesus.
These are just satellite. These are regular satellite dishes like this. The reason they shroud them in these golf ball like things is so that satellite imagery can't see which direction they're facing.
Interesting.
That's the purpose for that. But the section that I worked on was all of this, all of that, and that area there is called MUOS, the Mobile User Objective System. But the ACDCS, what does it say? It's Australian Defence Security something. It's jointly operated by Boeing, NSA, CIA, and Australian Signals Directorate.
See, that is actually interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know why I got off on that. Because we had Anonymous in the chat.
That's right.
Saying stuff like lol hand jobs and what's up with the multiple personality chick you and Lily put feature. I don't know, dude. He's fucking obsessed with this chick called, well, she's got 50 names. I don't know what her name is. She claims to have dissociative identity disorder. She's got like a system.
Do you know how incredibly rare that is, for it to be honest?
Do you know? Yeah, but you'll find the whole fucking hashtag section of it on TikTok.
That's a
so
mental
this is how we know it's not real.
factory.
Yeah, so Lilliput calls it Munchausen by social media, which is very, very, very interesting way of putting. Yeah,
it's a thing. That's real. That's a thing.
Wait, that's an actual phraseology that they use in.
No, that's it's a real thing.
I know
100%.
Munchausen is real, but like by social media, has it been
100%.
recognized formally as a?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
If
it's
you
a
haven't
thing.
seen
So
that episode, you're missing out.
so it's it's not just happening with mental illness. It's also happening with sexuality as well, right? So you so with TikTok you can get
Like
regular
the
straight
queerness stuff.
you can
It's like
get
straight
regular
people
straight you
become
can turn
queer
them
all of a sudden.
you can turn a regular straight girl lesbian. You can turn a regular straight girl trans. You can turn a regular normal girl into ADHD or into schizophrenic or into Tourette's or into it's all fake. But the thing is,
Yeah.
they
I wonder if I
begin to
can-
believe it so much that it's real, but it's fake.
Oh,
And
absolutely. It's fake.
it makes
Yeah,
me
but
so
they're
mad when they're
convinced
like,
of
"Oh,
it.
my ADHD." I'm like, "Bitch, you don't know the fucking struggle. I struggle with this
Right.
daily, and it's I wish more than anything in the world I wasn't like this. But this is just how God made me. You don't have to be like this. You can have a normal life. Don't fucking go, "Oh my god, I'm so ADHD." I will fight you.
This is her. She goes by Stuff with Bits on TikTok, and it's got something.
They have me.
So this is one of the alts, right? Apparently,
If my buddy
This is one of the
Outlaw was
alts.
here, he would say that he could fix her.
no, he cannot. Let me show you. Let me
He'd
prove
say,
to
"I
you.
can fix her." Yeah, you've met
like-
Outlaw when you were on my channel. He'd say, "I can fix her," and he'd try. He would
Let
try.
me show you how. See, community guidelines violation. Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you. And like now, ever since these 10 views, those 8 views, they're all me. Everything. Oh, those 325. I don't know who they are, but like, ever since I put this out, they all died, except for this one about me complaining. I can't put this. It's YouTube. Shit.
No, you're fine. That was only like 8 seconds or less. You're fine.
You can do that.
Yep.
And yeah, I keep forgetting you can't put music on YouTube. But anyway, well, yeah, stuff with bits. Let's have a look.
Man, you know what? Fuck. Do you know why I love Rumble? Let me tell you why I love Rumble. Okay, so on my last Saturday night off the rails, third Railify. That's my stream. It takes place at midnight Eastern time on Saturdays. That's fuck. It's in the name. God damn it. Anyway, so it's basically
It's linked below also in this description.
Yes. So it's basically I'm like, okay, these are going to basically be the topics. Is basically what's in the news right now, and then we almost talk about none of it because that's just how it goes. But anyways, on the last one, I literally had the Sean Strickland fight on screen in a small box at the bottom of the screen while we just were shooting the shit.
Oh, and that got you dinged?
No, because it was on Rumble.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. I see.
They would
you're
fight
allowed
for,
to use.
They'd fight for a
You're
couple
allowed
minutes, and then I
You're
would
allowed
take
to. So what are you saying is the YouTube would have an issue with it because of the quote unquote violence aspect, or is it because it's paywall content? Because you're allowed to show paywall
copyright.
content as long as you're.
It's paywall. It's paywall and copyright.
You're allowed to use that on YouTube as long as it's transformative. That's how people do movie reviews.
You would that would be a fight. You wouldn't win it.
No, there's whole channels dedicated to it. Like Jamie French is the channel. She does. I'll show you Jamie. Jamie
You'd
French
have to
does.
do
Now
it in an EFAP style, where you play like a minute of it and then you talk for a significant amount of time.
She does. But that's what transformative content is. That's You can't just play shit whole cloth, regardless of whether it's paywalled or not. This is Jamie French.
I was doing a little bit of that, and I fucking love Rumble. I just love Rumble. Although I don't actually really ever do that. But
this is where I found Stairway to Stardom actually through this chick, Jamie French. She's quite funny. She does movie reviews. She's been like YouTubing shit for ages, but where is it? Like,
is she funny though? She's a woman.
She's
right?
okay.
Are women funny? Let's be honest. Anonymous.
She's not
Are women
she's not
funny?
supposed to be a comedian. She's not supposed to be. She's not out there to be a comedian, but she is funny. Like, this is how I found Stairway to Stardom. Oh shit, wrong link.
We
have another attractive young lady. Boy, this is my lucky day, huh? She's 9 years old.
I need all you dozens of viewers out there. Just tell me how you like this, alright? Welcome to the show.
Hey friends. So the other day I was scrolling through Instagram as one does, and I happened upon one of my favorite Instagram accounts, Totally 80s Room. If you're not following them,
I'll
you
just play
should
the
be.
start of
They
this 'cause it's
post
funny.
incredible stuff from the 80s. And even though I was born in 1989,
And by the way, Jamie, Miss French, I will, because I'm using your content. If you see this, I will link it below. I'm not going to take your whole video. I recommend people go and watch it because it's good for a
and I
laugh.
don't remember the 80s very much.
She's got
It's still
nice
just-
lips.
It feels like home, you know? So they
Yeah.
posted this clip of this very distinguished gentleman.
I love you. I honestly love you.
And I was like, this is so 80s and VHS-y and amazing. And I noticed on the wall behind
She does good
the
edits.
gentleman,
I
this
was just
sign
gonna
is the
say
Stairway to
she's got
Stardom,
some
and I felt
skill
really
for
sad.
editing.
Yeah, she's quite talented. She's very skilled at editing stuff, and she's spent a lot of money on like green screens and lighting and proper cameras and stuff. She's also sings. She's got a good voice, and so she does like little jokey songs and stuff in there to mix it in. Like one time she found this guy called Joey Bro on TikTok, and she fell in love with him so like because he's just this cool old guy, and she tried to make this funny song about him, but it ended up just being a cool song. So it ended up just being a good song. Like that wasn't funny, but it was just a good song. So she ended up wanting to put it on
I just
iTunes or something. But
really find the name of the show that featured
This is funny.
Henrietta and Myrna singing Go Tell It on the Mountain.
on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere.
I've seen that clip so many times, but I never knew where it was from.
Have you ever seen that? Go Tell It on the
Never.
Mountain by
Never.
what's their name? Merva and Mina and Merva or something. It's
Nope.
so funny. It's
And I
painful.
was like, I think this is the show. So I looked up Stairway to Stardom on YouTube, and turns out it is not the show
Do you,
that featured
when
Henrietta
you
and
watch a
Myrna.
person's
However,
video like this, and well, it's like a minute in. So far,
I stopped her on a
I
bad.
found something.
Sorry, I just couldn't. I wouldn't
it's
do
very
that to her. Sorry, Jamie.
very respectful of you. Okay, so you do this thing. I do this thing now because I do so much editing. I'm always editing. I'm always in Adobe, the fucking Premiere Pro,
Premiere.
right?
Yeah.
Do you do this thing that when you watch somebody's video, it's like that scene in The Matrix when Cypher is sitting and he's just like, yeah, you just fucking whatever. All I see is blonde, redhead, brunette, whatever. It's just and when I watch a video, I'm almost not even watching the video. I'm like watching the edits that this person would have
Oh, that's
made.
that's exactly what Jamie does. She's great at this too, by the way. So like she'll pick up she'll find the worst made and rated films and that are so cringy to watch. And she'll go through, and if I guarantee you, it doesn't matter how much the budget for the film was, she will definitely find 100% of the time she'll find a boom mic or the reflection of a camera in somewhere in the film. Or in one case, there was this guy that was supposed to be like a small person, a little guy, a dwarf, I guess you can say. And she found where like he was just walking around, like you could see how he was walking around on his kneecaps, and that like they failed to like screen it out or whatever. And she just finds all these she's got an excellent eye for this stuff. So that's what she also does. So she'll watch something and she's like almost like not really watching the film because the whole purpose of her watching it is to find how it's subpar.
Because like as you're playing it, I'm like envisioning what her fucking timeline would like look like the bars and the cuts and the edits, and then so
there'd be
like
so many bars and like keyframes.
yeah, so
and
then
all
she'll
sorts
just
of
be
shit.
talking, but then it'll like just zoom in a little bit. So I'm thinking, okay, so then she went into this and she did the zoom, the
And she
scale,
keyframed the zoom,
and that's all I'm like seeing. And then when she's like, oh yeah, it's just like VHS, and then I'm like, well, how the fuck would she have done that? Would it would have been like some kind of would she have created that effect, or would she have imported? And that's all.
Yeah,
that's
so you
all
just
I
cut
do
it.
now.
So you just cut it in Adobe, you cut it in Premiere, and then you can go and open the WAV file that's attached to that portion of video in Adobe Audition, and there you can apply either audio effects in that program, or you can there are some like audio like effects that you can do within Premiere itself. Generally with sound manipulation and stuff, I do all of that in Adobe Audition.
I've never heard of that program before. I don't know.
Comes hand in hand basically with Premiere. It's like the waveform editor program of the Adobe suite. Anyway,
much better.
but she's great at
Meaning
this.
worse.
See, she did it again
And more
and
uncomfortable.
again.
I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable.
So I find this YouTube channel is literally called Stairway to Stardom, and they have what appears to be every single full episode of the show. And I sat there and watched what felt like 100
She's
episodes.
got a nice rock
and I
of
was
lamb.
absolutely not prepared for what I saw. From the wacky performers to the insanely creepy hosts.
Can I be your boyfriend? Can I be your girlfriend?
To the non-existent
What the
budget that
fuck?
resulted in the entire show being filmed in somebody's basement, I knew I had found something really, really gross. You thought I was going to say special, but I said gross.
Can I have a kiss?
Oh.
Oh my God.
I guess the host's basement, it just doesn't help the creepiness of the situation. We absolutely have to talk about this. I am so shocked that there's no other YouTuber I could.
Anyway, this is Jamie French. Please go and check her out. She's got a lot of very interesting and funny content on there. She does great movie reviews. I'm not really into the makeup stuff, but that just comes hand in hand with movie reviews. Not all of them are like that, but she's a chick. She does that. That's what they do. Jamie French. I'll link her down below in the description. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this video in the description right now. You can go ahead and chat over me, recover this situation while I fix things.
Oh, yeah, that's like on the fly like that, eh? You're just doing it.
Yeah, because I said I'd do it. Why don't I just do it?
Because if you don't do it now, the ADHD will just be like, you're never doing it.
I'll totally forget. Oh, see, I've linked to the China show episode in here too, because I obviously planned on talking about that.
Oh dear. Yeah. You know what my wife said to me today? She was like, Sean, can you put the wash in the dryer? And I'm like, yes, I'll do it. And then it was like many hours later. And I don't know why it just popped into my head. I was like, oh shit, she's going to be home soon. I got to get this in the dryer immediately. Yeah. That's the ADHD.
Save. All right, Jamie, got you in the description now.
Yeah.
Am I showing anything like weird here? I shouldn't really. Anyway, whatever.
Oh no.
How long have we been?
Probably be fine.
We've been streaming for like, what is it? 2 hours, 18 minutes,
something like that.
I feel like I didn't really get to the whole point of the show, but I kind of feel like we also did. You kind of did. You rescued it for me. So
I tend to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon we should try and do this again at another time, but on a different topic.
I like this because it's I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not good at streaming. Maybe it's because I'm not good at podcasts or conversation even.
Me neither. Me neither.
But it's everything seems to, I don't know.
Look how red my eyes are.
Oh my God.
They're getting better. They're getting a bit better.
That kangaroo punch really did something, didn't it?
You heard that? Do you have that saying, piss holes in the snow?
What?
Piss holes. Your eyes look like piss holes in the snow.
We've never heard of that before.
Have you heard that before? It must be an Australian saying. So if you got really red eyes, that's what people will say. The eyes look like piss holes in the snow.
Jay in the
even though we don't have it except for on a mountain.
Jay in the Rumble chat says, "Great matchup, you two. Apparently, we scream very well together."
Where the fuck did the Rumble chat go?
How many monitors don't you have?
Here it is. I've got a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the iPad, and then sometimes I'll plug in a.
The fuck's the matter with you? You got 4 monitors, 5 monitors, and you're like, where did my chat go? Get a chat monitor.
Yeah, that's what literally this. Yeah, I mean, like that was literally.
I have 2. I have 2.
I could put this over here, but. What would happen if I?
Can I ask you? So I'm technologically retarded. So if Anonymous is still here and they're clever, well, I suspect you're quite clever with this stuff too.
So I've got one in monitor, like portrait mode, but that would come out like that. You see.
So
that's
your
the
PC,
whole monitor.
Does your PC just naturally run all of those monitors, or have you done something clever?
No, I've got a high-end graphics card.
Okay. I have a piece of shit ham sandwich of a computer.
Yeah, see, I just recently built this specifically so I could do this channel, but I needed to get a new computer and build a new machine anyway, because like my old one was like 7 years old or 5 years old, maybe something like that. But it still works very well, and I use it up in my bedroom upstairs as a media PC.
So I bought this piece of shit ham sandwich specifically for this channel. So a little different, you and I. So I can only off the computer itself. I can only run 2 monitors. Apparently, it can run 4, and then so I wanted to get to a it's like a what the fuck is it called? It just literally fell out of my head. It's a laptop thingy that you plug in and it gives you extra monitors allegedly. Now I sound stupid.
Oh, you mean like a dock? So what? Sorry,
yes, it's a dock.
A dock.
Yes, that's exactly what
right.
it is.
See, my graphics card already has 6 outputs on it. It's got like 3. It's got 3 display port and 3 HDMI 2.0, and so that's how I can just easily do it like that. But if you attach like a Thunderbolt dock or something like that, that can generally support extra monitors. The thing is, if your machine is sort of like mid to lower end, it will struggle. It will struggle to compute all of the display output. If you're having, it's like, because you'll be like, there'll be double or even triple, or in your case, 4 times the action happening all at once. Now, I know things always run in the background and stuff, but it takes a surprising amount of compute to display all this stuff up on the screen. My computer I've got a reasonably high-end, so I've got a pretty high-end graphics card, and I have a reasonably good, decent CPU. So, and it's all quite new. So, like, it handles it very, very well. However, my old computer upstairs, that also ran 4 monitors with no problem, and I just had a shitty, like I had a Quadro K1200 GPU, and that still ran 4 monitors fine. There's display setting up. There's display setting to set up however you need. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I have 3, 1 ultra wide, 2 vertical. So the one in the middle I've got is an ultra wide, and I've got a normal 16:9s on the side of that, and then I've got a portrait 60:9 on the end there as a list.
My PC came in this box.
Oh, it's one of those. Oh, they're actually quite interesting. Those I've seen those reviewed.
I genuinely I love it. I didn't realize I should have got 1 level higher at least, but I run all the stuff that I need to run, but I need so on I have a great big monitor here. It's actually a TV, and this little monitor here is actually another TV. I have my Rumble chat on this little monitor, and I just want to have another monitor specifically just for my chats.
Yeah, it helps having the extra screen space. It definitely does. But what I will find are like, so the iPad is working independently of the machine. It's not plugged into my computer or anything, but I could easily just go in there. I mean, it has its own SIM card, so even if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, I could still go in there and just use them, have the chats on my iPad. It'll be right in front of me. It's right here in front of my. In fact, let me join as a guest. Can I join? I'd bring in a second. We're just experimenting now. We're at the end of the stream, so I'm just like fucking around.
Wait, you mean this is in the middle? I haven't even taken my shirt off yet. What is this?
I'll go and get it done then. No. But
yeah, so you can join. You can join the stream with your tablet or another phone, and then you can. That's how I do Lego streams. If I'm like building, I'll get my phone and I'll just get a fucking above and I'll just like build Lego.
Yeah, so let me show you what I've got. I will join.
I still have 1 car left to build on Lego. I gotta set up a Lego stream.
Oh, tell it on the mountain, all the hills and everywhere.
And since we are past 2 hours now on YouTube, they've stopped looking. We can say things now, even if they have a hard R on the end.
Oh no, I won't. They will, because it'll later. People will later go in and flag it.
I'm kidding. I would not say that. Except.
We did it on your channel though.
Yeah, of course we did.
And technically, Patreon can ban me for doing that on your channel.
What?
Yeah, because they have that. That's how they banned Carl Benjamin.
Well,
for saying that exact same scenario, saying the N word with a hard R on another channel on a different platform.
He said it, not you. You listened to it.
I did. No, I said it too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Remember? But let me tell you.
I wasn't aiming it at anyone. If you have Windows, it will detect it automatically. Oh, you're talking about Windows monitor setup still. See, right now I'm breaching a phone.
No, we don't aim it at people. We don't do that because we're not that kind of people. We're funny and whatnot. But next on my stream this coming Saturday, Saturday night off the rails, third Railify. We are gonna do an EFAP, which sounds really sexy with lube, but it's not that. It's every frame is a pause where we are going to watch. We're gonna watch a film. Oh my god!
Oh, why is it like doing double now?
I don't know.
So anyway,
here is you're an animal.
Is that? Wait, let me just switch the camera. No. How does this work?
I think you want to mute that one.
Mike. Does that work? Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
yes,
that's better.
We
All
did
right.
it.
I don't know how to. Oh fuck! I'll just go in this app. There's an app for this. iPhone into studio.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm here twice. Let's remove that one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And that one's muted,
Now,
so that should be all right there.
How do I change the camera around?
Anonymous wants to know if you're in his studio, but actually, Anonymous, I'm pretty sure he is in. Well, that's where the magic happens. He and the ladies. That's where he films.
Oh, I'm just in my lounge room. In fact, I'll take you for a walk.
That's the casting couch, my friend.
There's a lot of mess around here that's outside of the screen. So I'll just go so here's that. Oh,
yeah, see, that's what I want. I want one that's turned sideways so I can have my chats in it.
So I've got that one for Twitter and chats and stuff. Then there's this. Let's go this way. That's better. Okay. And then we've got that one, the key light above there. And then we've got the main ultra wide here in the middle, another key light above there. And we've got down here, we've got the iPad and the Stream Deck, another keyboard and all that sort of stuff. There's my key, shit that I spilled everywhere before. There's another monitor over here.
You're just a fucking pro. My God. I got fucking 2 TVs and a webcam.
We've got this lighting over here, lights over there, and there's lights over there, and up there is my bedroom and stuff, and behind there is the kitchen, behind that wall where my dear late nan is hanging in a picture there. All right, this was very
No, that's some high tech shit you have there.
Yeah, I like it. I like this setup. I think it's cool, but it's a little bit overkill for a beginner, but let's just give me a break. I love my gadgets.
You're like the oh god, what's that capital? That capital of Burma. Rangoon?
Oh, I'm not.
Is that the new capital of Burma?
I don't know. If they changed it, then I definitely don't know. Anonymous says Daniel is joining Anonymous and he just doesn't know it yet. Well, see, that we were talking. I was actually talking not specifically about joining Anonymous, but being anonymous on the internet. It seems to be something that most people do. And for example, most of the guests, not all of them, but most of the guests that I have on, I don't even know their real names, and I don't need them. It's never been relevant. Well, I just know them by their handle, and I address them as their handle, and it's sort of seen as people think that they're very hell bent. For example, Grifty doesn't give his name out. Don't know his name. A number of people, I just know them as their handle, and
yeah, it's like nobody outlaw.
Way too late. I'm way too late to be anonymous now. My name is out there on everything. It's not like I'm a big star or anything, but
But we don't know. That might not be your real name. This might be some 4D chess. You might be
True,
Frederick
true.
Sullivan.
Cunson.
Yeah.
Frederick
Yeah, like my buddy
Cunson.
Outlaw. He's in my Discord, and I have him on Telegram. Not on Telegram, and I stream with him all the
Dude,
time. And
that's do you know what? Anonymous just made a great point. If I was anonymous, they wouldn't know it's me.
yeah, you'd just be
They
like,
wouldn't
I'm
know that it's
anonymous.
Daniel Clancy doing the anonymous shit.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm anonymous doing the anonymous safari, and everyone would be like, wow.
People would recognize my voice, so I would need a voice changer, but that's all right. I could just talk like this. I don't have a voice changer, but I could just talk like this.
I think you're more like this.
People believe me.
I think this is more your speed.
How much was that thing? How much was that little?
Hi, I'm Daniel Clancy. I'm anonymous.
You're like, oh shit.
Right.
I don't know. It wasn't very much. It was like a $100 and some odd dollars. I mean, it was like a
really?
beginner's kit. I mean, it's just a beginner's kit.
Fucking Stream Deck, which doesn't do any of that. Oh well, it does if you plug it up through OBS and all of that.
I'm not doing that shit. That's gay. I'm gonna have to find a use for this. I'm happy I have it, but just
I wonder if I open OBS now, will it like kill everything? Maybe I can show you. Start virtual camera. Okay, so now let me see if I can. Now we're just literally messing around here. OBS
no, some
virtual
people like this stuff. I don't know who,
Okay.
but some people do. You know what's happening now? We're just two bros talking literally on the other side of the fucking world from one another. We're just bros doing bro stuff.
Cam full.
What's that scrolling on the bottom of your shit right there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are just different scenes that I had set up.
Oh, your scenes. All right.
Yeah, these are different scenes in OBS. Now you can see it's all broken and a lot of the stuff is not working. But like this is where now because the whole OBS scene is there.
That fucking is that AI? That what you have up there now?
It's a mixture of AI and some edits that I put into it.
That's fucking good, man. That's some good shit.
Oh, thanks. It's I would say thanks, but it's AI.
but still, like, okay, listen, I've played with AI, and because I'm fucking retarded, I don't know how to prompt it. So it's an art form to learn how to prompt it correctly, right?
Yeah, they call it.
And so the fact that like you do what you do, like it's intimidating. Like genuinely, it's intimidating because you see like my stuff that I do. I'm like, I guess it's fine, but then I see what you do. I'm like, hey, this guy's like. He's new like me, but fuck, he's light years ahead of me in production value.
I wouldn't say so. I appreciate the compliment though. I like you. I think your intro is really good. You've got you've got a good screen presence. You're able to talk very well. You seem to be more interesting than I feel like I am to listen to. So
I almost snorted right there, but no, I'm not that interesting. I mean, I'm fine, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. This was fun. I don't usually go for 2.5 hours. I mean, I usually cut it at 2. Although this is a very late show, so in reality, it's probably like it's at 2:30 a.m. in New York right now. No, 1:30.
1:30.
US and UK water companies hit with ransomware. Oh. Interesting and frightening.
Is that a story to pull up? Because you know what? I think that's been happening a lot more lately, and they're not telling us about it.
Anonymous, do you have anything to do with this?
Because I think recently some of the Las Vegas hotels had been hijacked. And in the Rumble chat, the chat that you're not paying attention to. That's just a joke. Jay says again, you guys are funny together.
I'm so sorry, dude. Where did the fucking Rumble chat go again? I keep losing it.
It's like it's moving around. It's like, oh my god, where'd it go? It's not a pet cat, man. It's where you.
It is when on my setup.
It really would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, what have we got here? I'm sorry, Jay. I'm so sorry, Jay. I got to remember to bring more like this up because usually, see how you're the only one there? Like usually there's no one in here. And when I go over to Rumble, in fact, let's go to Rumble right now. after we read some of these. Rumble exclusive donate. Great.
probably-
Thank you very much, Jade. You're very kind to say that. I appreciate that. You guys are funny together. That's because we're secretly brothers. I trained on the accent, and I was sent over here to a close set in Arizona, where we pretend to be the country of Australia, but it's not. It's not real. It's not actually real.
You know what's actually the most amazing thing about that, considering everything that's going on? That's not actually the craziest thing that we've heard today.
What this?
No,
Or what
you
I-
being you being like a Canadian that's actually pretending is participating
right.
in the fraud that Australia is fake. So you're actually in Arizona and then your accent's fake. That's not the craziest shit I've even heard today.
Yeah, there's like it's more believable than a lot of the
Like-
stuff that's mainstream news now.
Like the Carrie Lake bullshit.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
so
intense.
fucking wild. That's the House of Cards shit. That is like you would never think in a million years that they're talking about like fucking assassinations and we're bribing you not to run and you know the people
Yeah,
back east.
yeah.
Like that's fucking wild. That's crazier than you participating in the
That's-
fraud that is Australia.
It is pretty insane. Frightened for I call him Uncle Trump. I'm frightened for him.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually frightened for him.
they'll try. If they don't try
in
and
the
kill Carrie
southern-
Lake, they'll try and kill him 100%.
Yeah, 19 hours ago, major US, UK water companies hit by ransomware. Veolia describes itself as the world's largest private player in the water sector, providing water and wastewater services to tens of millions of people. In a notice posted on its website, Veolia North America revealed that its municipal water division was hit by ransomware last week. In response to the incident, the company took down the targeted back-end systems and servers, which disrupted online bill payment systems. The incident seems to have been confined to our internal back-end systems at Veolia North America. Yeah, but the thing is, they penetrated your system. Whether it's confined to a certain area or not, they penetrated a vital utility network.
Yeah.
That's not cool. It's really frightening. But in such a fragile way as the United States grid is set up, it's almost like mind-blowing how fucking fragile it is.
Well, and it
I
really
think
is
it's why
fragile.
Texas has their own.
Well, Texas has their own, but it's incredibly fragile. Like you blow on it the wrong way.
Fragile as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Sorry, I talked over you.
You blow on Texas's power grid the wrong way. Give it the lightest dusting of frost, and it fucking comes crashing down.
Yeah. And the first UK Downs aerial drone with shot from Dragonfly. So these are a thing now. These are real. No longer a conspiracy theory. Casually just released that the other day.
A laser?
They're just
Is it
blowing
a
shit out of
shark
the
with a-
sky with lasers.
A shark with a freaking laser on its head?
It looks like that. It looks like that. Might be that. Now, what was I going to point out on Rumble? By the way, you don't have to put the C before because you've got enough subscribers. They've already, if I go to Third Rail, just rumble.com, Third Railify without the little C, you'll come right up. So you can go ahead and take
that's
that
nice.
out for your URLs.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. So now see this 116 views. Bullshit.
No,
Where
no.
are you all?
I think 116 views is how many people scrolled and they saw it. Impressions.
It says
I
5
think is
people are
what it is.
watching right now.
That's
No. It says 5 people are watching. And when I went to start this, like when I submitted this, and like 2 seconds after it was entered into the Rumble system, there were already 10 people waiting. That was last night, hours before. 10 people waiting on this page. These numbers are fake. It's not what you're saying. They're actually artificial bots. They're bots.
I'm actually really beginning to believe that. Because there's been a few times where
look at all this. There's one person here, but like I'll go back through here and like, let's see, I'll give you a good example. My very first live stream, it went terribly because what happened was, see how this was it? Episode 1, is the truth really out there? The whole thing went terrible. And I had to cancel the stream only 16 minutes in. Somehow that got 107 views. Whereas the full 2-hour version, because it went live straight away without scheduling it, 1 view. 107 views for the fuck up, 16 minutes, which contains nothing. 1 view for the 2-hour, 4-minute one, which contains everything. This one had advanced warning. This one had none. Now, some of these things are just like 213 views, really, and not a single but 2-3 people like that. Okay, interesting. That's because he has a Rumble presence. Let me go find someone that doesn't have a Rumble presence. Does this have any? That's me. I'm pretty sure. How many views did this have? 131, supposedly. It's not real. It's not real. Let's go back to page 1. Some of these have like 69, 95, Like the numbers are always way more than. Look here, 227 views, 2 likes. Pretty sure that was just me and on my other account. So yeah, it's not, and then they're not being honest about it. Like I would, if they came around and said, look, we've got a bot issue, we're trying to deal with it, even though it's actually their own bot farms.
I was just gonna say it might.
I would
be
accept
their
that.
bots.
It is their bots. They've put bots over because what they're doing is like, we've had enough of these script kiddies ruining people's lives. I'm not sure what that means. Invasion of the US. That's disastrous. Some people hack tests that at PWN to own. I don't know what you're saying. Hack the algorithm. Okay. Yeah, these they're just, the problem is they need to be seen as a viable competitor to YouTube to have anyone go over there. And for the longest time, people had this issue of like, well, I don't get any interaction. There's no views. There's no viewers. There's no, like, even though you immediately monetized. Let's have a look at what I've made over this whole time. My content.
Like on your things?
Rumble.
So like
what does it say?
On my videos, I get like here's one that's been up for a little bit.
Where does it say how much you get paid?
Oh, so
stats and earnings. Here it is.
Stats and
1 cent. How about that? 1 cent over the whole time. Scale that up. There's no one's making money over here, is what I'm saying, unless you've got a contract with Rumble or you're doing ad reads. And
Let me
that's true
tell
for any
you,
platform you're on.
Let me tell you, brah. I've made 12 cents.
Whoa, dude! You can put a down payment on a fucking mocker with that.
Yeah, I've made 12 cents. And then if you scroll down
out of 900 videos.
I don't know how many I have in this,
because Rumble has stopped automatically pushing them from YouTube. They've stopped. It used to grab all your uploads off YouTube and automatically put them on Rumble. They stopped and didn't tell anyone. So half my shit's missing. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
I'm not
I noticed
now
that.
it's not relevant anymore.
I noticed that. And so then now I do a thing where I upload them simultaneously at the same time. So I'll take Rumble off of this monitor. So I got up my fucking tabs. I'll pull Rumble off of this and I'll put it up on this monitor. And then so when I load up the YouTube and it's like, okay, click the thing and it opens up whatever video to upload. I'll then drag that over and throw it into Rumble and then I'll click it and then I do them like simultaneously. I've got really good at it because I couldn't figure out why that shit wasn't fucking pulling it anymore. And it used to be really good and then it got slower and slower and then it stopped.
Doesn't it give you the option to make you like give them badges and make them a mod or something?
I don't think. Wait, it does somewhere.
Why can't I make him like give him a special thing? And you, why can't I give you like?
I know when you are.
All it gives me is like punishment options. I don't want to punish you.
In that
maybe you have to add it over here.
Yeah, down there is where it's moderators. Is where you do that.
I can't be bothered with that. No one's in there enough to moderate.
Yeah.
Well. if I get more people in the chat, then I'll maybe do that. I tend to just give people the moderator wrench to make them look special, make them feel special.
Yeah, I have Jay as a moderator, P Beaver, I have Outlaw.
We lose electricity grid. It's 1800s again, and they ran 2 ads before your stream tonight, Daniel. On Rumble, No, I don't get any money from that. No, nothing, not a thing. Interesting, they're running ads on my Rumble content. It may make me stop uploading there, actually. If they're not going to pay me for that, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you got a penny. What are you saying? You got a penny. That's gonna fix your Ford Falcon.
Do you want the penny?
Is it an Australian
Venmo
penny?
It to you. No, it's an American penny. So it's worth like 1.5 of my pennies, which aren't even big enough to have a coin yet. They're getting rid of the 5-cent coin. I think they might have already done it.
No way. They're getting rid of your nickel?
Yep.
Is that what you guys call them?
Well, they already got rid of the 1 and the 2s. We just call them. We don't call them pennies or coin. We just call them coins because we have coins and notes. We don't have lower denominations in notes. Like in the United States, you can have a dollar coin or you can have a dollar note. We don't have anything below $5 is all in coins, and anything above and 5 and up is all in notes. There's no interchangeability there.
Yeah, you're
coin is a
about
coin
Canada.
and a note is a
You're
note.
talking about Canada is what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do it that way.
Yeah, we used to have.
Do you have polymer money? Is your money made out of polymer? I don't know if
fucking
I've
plastic.
even got any.
Yeah, if it gets too cold, it will fucking brittle as shit and fucking break. And if it's hot, it will melt. But it is.
You've got
put it in the
terrible.
washer.
Your money is shit. Then I don't think I've even got any cash with me to show. But our money doesn't melt.
Ours melts. Fucking, you
That's
can
terrible.
Google that
It's
shit. It fucking melts together. It's bad. And you know the best part about our money? Canada, the maple leaf. It's on our flag. It's on our hockey team. It's on our other hockey team. It's the maple leaf. It is Canada. So why not have it on our money? The Canadian maple leaf. Except the cunts.
No, you got this all broad.
The absolute stop. That maple leaf right there. That is not beside the above the 20. Right there. That maple leaf.
Oh, here.
In the big photo that you just had up.
Isn't it there? Right there?
No.
Oh, you mean the one with the queen? The one with the...
Yeah. That maple leaf above the 20
there is
right
one
there. That's not a Canadian maple leaf. That's a Norwegian maple leaf. That fucking leaf doesn't exist in this country. That person who was designing that didn't know what in the fuck they were doing. They're like, oh, any maple leaf will do. That's not in our country.
That is so funny. That's so funny. They just don't even have a clue. Have Chrissy Mayer plug your show a couple of times. She got a solid one. She has. She has done that. That's how I got my first 100 subs. I had her on here. I had her on this channel, and yeah. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't grow overnight. I got to stop complaining about it. I'm not. It's just one thing. The thing about this is that I thought I would be like this. I'm very much enjoying. I almost forget that we're recording, but a lot of the time I just get
talking
so.
to a bro.
Yeah, I feel like
Bro talk.
right. But I get like stuck in this mindset of having to present something informative and factual, and I get really upset with myself afterwards sometimes because I'm like, that was just nonsense. Why are you even putting that up there? Like, but then people still seem to like it. I don't know. This has been great. This has been great fun. I think we will wrap it though because we're almost at 3 hours. This is my longest ever stream.
So then why not go to 3 hours?
We will. In fact, for that, we'll cut it at 3 hours. But what I will do is I'm going to plug my little. If you're feeling generous, please go to danielclancy.live/donate. I am not monetized on any platform ever, anywhere. You can see on Rumble that I've only made 1 cent.
He's monetized on Rumble. You don't even know the hookers and the blow he's going to do with that penny.
There's not. Yeah. I made that 1 penny.
Some Aboriginal
we're
chick
not
is going to go wild.
Now people say it's not all about the money, Dan. It's not about the money. I know it's
literally
not.
fucking
You have to
is.
make it viable. You have to make it viable. And if you're not actually getting views or anything like that, it's kind of like, what am I doing it for? Are you from
No.
Canada? There was a show called 16 by 9 that featured us once. No, he's actually from. We're both from a secret space program.
Oh goodness.
We're a
No,
breakaway
I'm
civilization.
in this for the money. That's what I am in it for. I mean,
Me
have
too.
I?
Fuck it. Let's say
No,
it.
no, seriously. I've made some good friends. I consider you a friend. You're wonderful
Absolutely.
and fantastic. I've met Jay in the Rumble chat and Outlaw and everyone who we've started a Discord community. Like they're my
I wish I could
actual
bring Jay's
friends
chat
now.
up.
So it's there's that, and that's fantastic. I'm so happy I have it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm in this for money. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I don't have a job. This is now my job. All the AdSense revenue, the pennies or whatever, goes to help those fucking idiots sleeping upstairs, probably sleep stimming like a bunch of morons. Because they can't stay asleep, so they fucking smash their face off the pillow like this. I'm like, bruh, that's not called sleeping. And so all the money.
Oh, you mean stimulating, like, so, because that's because they all have
Because the
autism,
autism.
right?
So usually they're
yeah.
like smacking their body into things or they're making sounds and it's just like they
So-
do that in their
and
it's
that's
like
you call that stimming to, like, because it's like the outlet for stimulation. They're starved for stimulation, right?
Yeah.
So that's why there's the term stimming. I'd only just recently heard of the word.
Yeah. So they do it in the day, they do it at night, and it's like sleepwalking. So one of my sons does it, and then I have to go in there. I'm like, oh, Rory, okay. And I gotta touch his face and kind of like gently kind of like wake him up a little bit without really waking him up, and then put him
Right.
back into bed. And then I'm like, whew,
Yeah.
that's good. But my other son, he'll lay there and like fold his body up backwards, like something out of the fucking Grudge or something, and then slam his face repeatedly into the pillow. I'm like, Ren, buddy, hey,
really?
what are you doing? And then just
break his
dead
nose.
asleep. And I'm like, that makes your autism worse, right, bud? Because you're not sleeping. But yeah, all of the point, all of that to say, I'm doing it for the money, so I can buy them their fucking special autism clothes, their special autism furniture, their special autism
let's
toys.
plug
That shit's
your-
expensive.
Let's plug your fucking
So
what's it called?
needless to
PayPal.
say, when I thought my YouTube channel got fucking yeeted, my heart literally dropped. I'm like, I've done a year of work, and now
Yeah,
it's gone.
that would be devastating.
I was
Well,
like,
what's
oh my
your
God.
PayPal?
I'm
I'm putting it in the chat.
My PayPal. What is that? At Third Railify? Is that what that is?
PayPal.
I don't even remember what it is. I think it's at Third
Isn't
Railify.
it? Let's go like a look.
I have it.
Let's
Where
put
do
it
I?
back on. Let's go. Is it? Oh no. PayPal.me/ Third Railify.
Although maybe do that
Railify.
off. Do that off the main thing, off the main screen. Because
What do you mean?
because it's an old PayPal, so it
Oh,
does
yeah.
it does dox me.
Yeah, I just moved it. Don't worry.
I think it doxes me.
Let's. Okay. Let's just fucking find another way to give you money. Go and watch his stuff. Subscribe below. Do all that.
Yeah, that's all I need, because I know I'm not going to get like a bunch of like super chats and things like that. I mean, I've had some.
One day you will.
I've had some very generous PayPal things, like
I had a couple of people donate through to me by PayPal, but one of them doesn't even watch me. It doesn't even watch my stuff. They're just a really kind soul on Twitter, and she sent me $100 once, which was really, really sweet. But I wasn't sure whether to give her a shout out or not, because she's not really in the audience. So like,
I had a sometimes viewer, an older woman who was like a hippie from California, an older woman, I think an octogenarian, and she like told me like these wild, and I believe her through and through, absolutely believe her. And so she was telling me stories where she was at I think she calls herself like punk rock or I think whatever. She was telling me stories about how like it was like her husband at the time or whoever, and they were at parties, these weird kind of swinging sex parties, and then Richard Gere was there, and Richard Gere did in fact put a hamster into his asshole, and she knows that for a matter of fact. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
you know that Richard Gere put a hamster in his asshole? She's like, yeah, but like, I've witnessed
Stop
that.
saying
I'm
it.
like, Jesus Christ. She's like, yeah. She's like, you can't tell people my name and the story together because that gives me away. I'm like, I promise, I will never. But yeah, she gave me like $350,
Oh wow.
and
That's crazy.
and my wife and I were like really short at the time, and we were moving from our old place. We were it was basically being kicked out of our place, so the people could sell and make a like pandemic
That
profit,
happens a lot. Yeah,
right? It was like
yeah.
it's like, oh wait, houses are selling for $1 gajillion right now because of the pandemic. You guys
Let's
are
kick 'em
fucking
all out.
evicted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking
And then
heartless
and then
cunts.
so we were like, well, we need a truck, we need all kinds of stuff, and then this person was like, hey, you know what? From time to time, I really enjoy your streams, and so here you go.
That's really
Um,
cool. That's really sweet. And there are people out there like I want to just make it to 500 or 1,000 subs so people can super chat without having to go through the whole PayPal thing.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, because I got like one donation of like $100, and then there was another one of another guy who usually regularly watches, but he's away visiting his sick grandma at the moment. Daniel Rude. He donated a couple of bucks, like $2 over Christmas. But like, you know, little bits and pieces count all the time, and I just would like to be able to have that button there so people could just, because I see people like, it's not like I'm out here like trying to shake everyone down all the time. It's
I think
just
that's my video. Is that my video
It would-
that you just quoted in the thing? I think that's my video, or the
Oh, really?
or the story. The story
I'm not sure.
itself. I have that video and live, like in fucking in real time. At the end of the video, I go to the Daily Mail is like, okay, so if you think you're fucking hacked, just go to this thing. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll try it out. So I try out my personal email.
Oh, you
my
mean have I
personal
been
one.
pawned?
Hmm?
Is it have I been PWN?
No, it's like cybersecurity something, whatever. I forget. It's in the video. Anyway, so yeah, I type it in there, and all of a sudden
is
it
pulling
comes
that
up.
from your
And it's
channel.
like, you've been hacked 3 times, and my face. Oh my god! I was like, what the fuck? And then I
Yeah,
tried my
so
third
there's-
Railify email, and I'm like, oh no, it's fine. But it was fucking hilarious.
There's this one. I have been. Have I been pawned? This is a common one that people go to. So if I type in, now people are gonna like send me emails, I'm sure, but because I have got 100 different email addresses.
Don't dox
But this
yourself.
is, who cares? It's just an email address. If I put in that, let's see. Oh, pawned. Let's see. Zomato. I've never even been there. From 2017, the restaurant guide Zomato was hacked into. Blah blah blah. I mean,
I don't know what it was. A
pretty
motto
crazy.
is that a fancy tomato or something?
I think it's like maybe might be a food review thing.
I don't know, but yeah,
And like literally all of my email addresses have been like, listen, this one's been like full, so I don't even use this anymore. Like web host, blah blah blah, Dropbox, MySpace in 2008. It's got fucking hacked from MySpace. We should try my new one, see what this does. No one's gonna fucking. Good news.
Good stuff.
All right. Good stuff. Anyway, Anonymous did ask when you go live, and I think you mentioned it before, but we
I do go live every Saturday night at midnight Eastern, and I know midnight Eastern is late, but then again, I can only stream when those fucking terrorists are in bed.
It's
and by the time I'm
only,
done
like,
fighting
a
with them,
certain demographic. Like a lot of people are awake at that time, and literally there is only one thing to do, and that is watch online content. So it's not necessarily a terrible hour. I know analytically the data will say it's not peak, but like you'll find you get your niche there. Like I'm sure you'll have a lot more people like anonymous hackers and shit in there because they're up all night, trying to penetrate the CIA.
But I want to be like, hey, Christy, come on my show. It's Saturday at midnight. She's like, I'm pregnant, you retard. I'm like, yes, I know.
Yeah, no, I mean, for the Chrissy Mayer one, I was like, I got up at 5 a.m. to do that because that's like, look, whatever time works for you, I'm not going to make you I didn't want to nail her down to a certain time. Otherwise, it's sort of like, but she was so happy to come on the show. Hopefully, we'll have her on again sometime when I'm a bit bigger. I'll wait for a milestone before I do that, before I invite her on again. There's two kinds of people: those who have been breached and know it, and those that don't know it yet. Yeah, in other words, we've all been breached. What the hell did you do? Me? Are you talking about me getting like the other fucking? I don't know, dude. The internet's just fucked. This is why I've got thousands of different email addresses for different purposes and different reasons. Anyway, we're at the 3-hour mark. It's 3 hours and 32 seconds. I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Thank you for coming and viewing, everyone. If you're not here live, please hit a like and subscribe anyway. If you're watching after the fact, I live stream not usually this late. I usually live stream at 8 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time in the US on Saturday nights, and I'm going to continue doing that. Although I really like this midnight streaming thing. It just feels more relaxed. I reckon you and I should do this more often, like regularly during the week, on top of my Saturday night streams, which are at a regular hour.
I agree.
Cool. That'll be cool. And that way I can get more watch hours down on my channel as well. It'll help me, reach my monetization better, and also just get better at talking with people online. This is easy. It's just like,
although I am a corrupting force. Be prepared.
Go on. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, what? Give me an example.
This Saturday, and if you do hear a little static when I talk, it's because my water softener is refreshing, and it has a weird effect. It'll be done.
Oh, okay. So that's your noise gate. This air conditioner is making fucking heaps of noise behind me.
No, it's not my noise gate. There's some kind of frequency or something coming off of it, and it's impacting this.
Yeah, but okay, yeah,
it's the gayest thing ever because that's quiet.
Okay.
All right. So this Saturday night, as I had mentioned earlier, this Saturday night was Saturday Night Off the Rails. They're Railify. That's me, Sean. We will be doing an EFAP, which is every frame is a pause, and we will be reviewing a. If you Google it, Google 1992 space movie.
Oh, actually, no, I can't do that on screen.
Can
I do that on screen?
You can do that on screen.
On YouTube?
Yes, you can.
Even though I know what the result is.
Yes, you can do it.
Okay,
but
let's do it. What
you can even say it. You can technically say it.
Not on YouTube.
You can. It's after 2 hours. You can say it. However,
what is that the rule? Are you sure? How do you know that?
Well, because that's just what we do. You don't have to say it, but if you wanted to pull it up, you can. But anyways,
I'm not going to risk it.
Okay, if you
type in what though?
1992 space movie.
Look, that's been I've never searched this before. This is the frequent search. Do I do it?
Sure, go ahead.
Don't do it. No.
Come on.
Don't do it. He's obviously done it and knows what happens.
Of course.
I know what happens too. I'm going to do it off the screen.
Anyways, let me tell you, if I had control of the screen right now, I'd put it right up there.
I know, but it's this. We're not on. I don't want to get nuked. I don't want to get nuked. Let's say it comes.
Are you brave enough?
How should I say it?
Are you brave enough?
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Look, just share the screen. Just click. Third Railify is sharing a screen. Do it. Do it.
Oh, you're sharing a screen. Okay,
Do it.
okay. Sorry, I
Do
didn't
it.
see that.
Do it. Ah!
Ah!
All right, we'll take
And
that
that's
off.
the time to wrap it up.
Yes. So, anyways, we'll be watching that on my channel this Saturday in EFAP style. So we'll watch a minute or so of it, and then we'll pause it and discuss. And it's a 26-minute film, and it's going to be a hoot. So join us for shenanigans, because that's what we do
And
with
the-
Third Railify.
the great
We
thing-
talk about third rail issues and shenanigans.
The great thing about your show is that it is after my show. So you can watch me from 8 p.m. Eastern till like say 10. And then Sean is anywhere between 11 and 12, usually midnight, right? And on the same day. So on the same night, not same sitting, same session, right? You can watch me from 8 to 10 and Sean from 12 till sunrise.
Whenever.
So that sounds good. You'll be like the I'll be like the Jay Leno and you're like the Conan O'Brien. Except I won't steal your show.
Oh shit.
I won't give you my show, then steal it back. Sorry. I shouldn't. Yeah, that's how I should say it.
Shots
Anyway.
fired.
Anyway. Thank you very much, brother, for coming on.
Thanks for having
And,
me. This has been good. I mean, yes, I'm sorry we were a little off topic. I have that effect on people, but man, this was like
I don't care.
This was like a
don't care.
natural conversation, just bros talking about stuff, and I mean, it went so well. And Jay says
If we stayed on topic, we would have been boring. Like it would have been boring, and we'd have been like, "Yeah, I get the point. You think the world's ending, Daniel? So what? No, you've been only hearing that shit for like every single day for the last 2 years. Don't worry about it. We're all with the program." They
See,
would have
if it
tuned it out.
ends- If it ends, who makes money? It's not profitable for it to end. It only change.
Yeah, correct. It will change. That's a good way of bringing it back on point. The world isn't necessarily going to end, but it will irreversibly change.
Unless
And
the
with
pole
that,
shift and then we all die.
the pole shift at about 3 inches per year is happening all the time. Don't
But
worry
it
about
might do a it might do a
and it will sound exactly like that.
yes, it will.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay.
I love that. All right.
All right. And one more from Elon Musk.
I love you, Cybertruck.
I love it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Cybertrucker. Very cool. Very cool.
Because he looks like Elon. He looks like Asian discount Elon.
Wish.com Elon.
Yeah, that's in fact, I think that's how it was described when I found it.
Everyone, I'm Iluma.
Tesla. Cybertruck. Very cool.
Oh goodness.
All right.
Anonymous says
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
and-
dark. What was dark?
What was dark?
What did we say that was dark? I haven't even talked about drowning babies. Like, what was that? What was dark?
Okay. Time to end the thing. Let's go. Good night, everyone.
Peace.